try this for me and wipe your camera? It looks like there's some grease on it. Cool. Alright, hey, how's everyone doing? Welcome back, where our party has returned to the island of Foreldon. And there, they came upon a small battle, met a new friend, at least a friend for now, and saw that there was a crashed airship. Being the party that they are, they decided to storm into action and start stabbing everything that was moving, and if it wasn't moving, they stabbed it just to make sure it would never move. While on this airship, they fell upon by some sort of fey creatures, where at the end, in her first session with us, Gat, our newest character, pulls out a knife to do an amazing coup de grace and accidentally stabs herself in the hand and paralyzes herself, falling to the ground, allowing Sana, the fatal blow, cutting the creature in half, while Gat twitched and frothed at the mouth. Welcome to the party, Gat. This is really the best first experience to D&D you could ever have. And with that, we're going to kick things off with the party standing on the deck of the airship. I'm going to go ahead and drop that map. And there you have the two team members, one critically injured of the team members of the airship crew. You now stand on the deck. It seems relatively calm as you guys lick your wounds and decide what to do next. Before you move, you realize the deck is covered in frost and ice as somebody has been going absolutely ham with ice spells. I think some of them would start disappearing now because it only lasts, a minute? Or is it 10 minutes?
Yeah. I think it's a minute.
As you all catch your breath, the airship crew, huddled into the corner, terrified, just begins backing up into the corner with two of them protecting the third, who is critically injured. What do you guys want to do? Everyone except for Gat, who's still frothing at the mouth slightly.
I wiped it off. I was coming too.
I can
Yeah,
see
that's true.
Sona and Ildren have this airship crew kind of cornered, and I trust them to take care of business. So I'm going to kind of lean down and offer a hand to help Gat up.
Yet the effects have worn off as it lasts 1 round or 6 seconds.
Cool. I reach up, still smiling. I take her hand and kind of grasp it and shake it a little bit and nod. And then I turn around. Huh?
As she does, she starts nodding, and I look her in the eyes and say, "All right, it's clever what you did to get us to do your dirty work. Don't try that again." And I let go.
I walk over to the captain and start rifling through his coat.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay. I drop it on the board, right?
Yes. Or you can double click it. That's usually the easiest way for using a mouse.
Fuck.
Whoa, the first 0.
As you investigate, you find what you're looking for and are so excited it slips out of your hand, and you just hear ding, 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 ding as it falls down the cracks of the ship into the deck below, making a huge metallic clattering sound, alerting everybody in earshot that you just pulled out some sort of a metallic item and dropped it down into the belly of the ship.
Cool. I'll go that direction.
Okay, there is a small ladder that would lead you to the under part of the ship. If that is where you're going, I will go ahead and move you to the other part of the ship.
Anna, before Gat goes on the ladder, turns and says, what was that?
Business.
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 And then she's gone. Okay, she went down.
Did one of us keep an eye on her?
I mean, I'm about to go after her silly ass to figure out what on earth she just pulled out of that captain's pocket. Because now I just want to know.
How about you go investigate? Yasara and I will question the crew.
Question or
try not to kill them? I mean, one than the other, probably.
Fair. All right, yeah, we got this, Sana.
Awesome. I'll be back up with Gat in just a minute. Figure out what on earth she's doing down there.
want to
Okay.
loudly, and so the crew can hear us as I'm walking up. Like Sana walks off, Ildren and I kind of walk forward. I want to look towards Ildren and just be like, so how many do we need alive again?
How many can talk? Just one of those.
All right, well that one's not gonna be useful. He's almost dead.
Yeah, we want one that can last.
Please don't kill us.
Point at the last guy and say, "You start
Yes,
talking now, or you're all."
Okay, what do you want to know? I just don't let those things get us. We just want to go home.
Then shut up if you stop yelling if you don't want something to find you. Can you be quieter? Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, no idea what else.
Okay.
Punch him. Jeez.
I'm gonna walk up to the one that's panicking right now. Look, we've already gotten rid of one of those things, and I'll point over because there's a dead body of one behind us, right?
Are the
I
gorillas?
mean,
Half
it
of the
jumped to
dead
the
body.
ground, but yeah.
As part of a dead body. Yeah. We got rid of one of those things already. The other was happy with one of
You did tonight. They come back. They always come back. Always in twos. Always the same two. I think it's the same two. They come back every night.
You know what? Yosara is deciding to roll with this. Here's the problem, though. So will we if you don't help us.
Okay. I can be helpful. I can be very helpful.
Okay, good. Tell me who used to be in charge of this airship and who you're working for.
Okay. The guy over there that has the knife in the back of his head, he was our captain. Captain Garley. Captain Garley. He was our captain. And working for this is a military vessel. Our flag is right there.
I didn't ask where your flag was. I asked who you are working for.
I work for... He points to one of the other guys. I work for him. I just do whatever he tells me.
So you're not who I should be talking to. Cool.
No. I can be very...
I push him out of my way and walk towards the guy he pointed at.
He is sitting there keeping the blood inside of the guy who is, dying.
I sort of stand next to him and look at the dude dying. Yeah, your friend's screwed. Sorry.
We have a healing potion downstairs. Would you permit me to get that to save my friend?
No, but we'll probably take it now that we know it's there.
Come on, don't be cold. You got what you wanted.
Oh, don't be cold. And if I had any Mask of Many Faces up, I'm going to drop it so I look like a full Yuanti now. Don't be cold, really. I don't care.
He backs away slowly. Are you with the Legion?
No. They tried. Believe me.
Okay. So who are you working for?
Myself, actually.
He was a
Now,
little too ruthless for the Legion.
you are who they said he was who he said he worked for. So who do you work for?
I worked for the captain. I was, I was kind of a shift lead. This squad that you slaughtered, they were kind of mine.
And your captain, your shift lead, your squad, you answered to...
The Crumbians or Redcliffe Umbria?
Was there no one over this captain?
Well, yeah, that was headquarters back at our capital. We were... I guess it's no secret. We were headed to the remnants of Pineland. We're planning an evacuation. This area is just untenable, so we were moving there to evacuate as many people as we could and plan to get the rest of them out. We're abandoning Foreldon.
The island entirely?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because you see those two. Well, you saw those two things. One of them is eating one of our crewmates. Those are kind of the least of our worries. We can't supply the island anymore. We can't trade with it. The seas are untenable. The only way in or out is, safely by airship, or at least it was safe until we got attacked. So, yeah, we're looking to make one last ditch effort to get as many people off this island as possible. Let the elves have it.
What do you think brought your airship down before?
Thought? I saw it myself. It was a dragon. But it wasn't a normal dragon. It had 4 wings and 2 heads, and we fired at it. I think we hit it a couple of times, but it didn't seem to mind. It was something else. It was Fey. It had to be. I've never seen a dragon, but I can't imagine a dragon could tank a cannonball like that.
I look at Ildren. Oh, well, you weren't here for that, but we've fought a couple, and yeah, it could, but is there another faction around here that you've been having to deal with?
Well, we've been here for 3 days since we went down. Obviously the elves on the island, we saw a camp that didn't look elven. And then there's rumors of the Pineland Liberation Front, a bunch of desperate whack jobs trying to reclaim the island for themselves. Again, they can have it. I hear rumor they bought it off of Redcliffe, Umbria, but I don't know. I don't care about such things. That's politics. I just do what I'm told. Well, I try to. My job was to keep this ship in the air.
Good job.
Turns out you're not great at your job anyway.
I resent that slightly. I'm above average. We just weren't expecting to get attacked by one of those, whatever those things were.
Yeah. I'm not really in a position to care about what you resent.
Was your job also to keep the crew alive? Because I think that was below average as well.
Well, seeing as how my 2 crewmates are the only ones left alive, I beat the spread, didn't I?
I gestured to the guy's blood pouring through his hands. I'm like, you might want to recount.
Well, yeah. In any case, the backup part of my job would be to get this thing back in the air, which I could do with help. And
Good to ask.
if you were to assist us, we could then get off this accursed island.
Yeah, but see, we don't want to leave this island. We just joined this party. He can be useful. I turned to Ildren. He could be useful. The other 2, not so much.
Hey, come on. The little guy there that's not bleeding he's very useful. He follows orders unquestionably, and he talks a lot, but he doesn't know anything. And, well, this guy's actually a good dude if we can keep his blood in. Seriously, is there anything you can do? I literally have a healing potion just downstairs. It would save his life. I would really appreciate it.
What else do you have downstairs?
Some food, a couple of places to sleep, supplies. Again, this was stripped down to the bare bones so we could evacuate people, so all we have is supplies.
They could be useful for watch, I guess, or fodder if those things come back.
Yeah, it turns out those things just want, a corpse, so one of these guys could do. The crew member that he gestured to of like, come on, this one can be useful.
Mm-hmm.
I want to while I'm talking to Ildren, like, yeah, we do need, they could be useful, whatever. I want to turn around and jump at that crew member, see how he reacts.
Roll intimidation with advantage as you are in 1T form.
Do you hiss when you do it?
He doesn't react at all, just paralyzed. But at first you're like, oh my god, this guy's actually... No, he's literally paralyzed like a rabbit in fear and just stunned.
Yeah, for me to think someone's useful, they need to be a bit tougher than that. Sorry. We might keep your friend alive long enough to test him, though.
Hey, come on. Just because he's not brave doesn't mean he's not useful. He's strong. He doesn't have to be tough. All we need him to do is work the ship.
Yeah, so I suppose even if we don't leave the island, the ship could still be useful.
The ship could. These guys, maybe.
Yeah, who's gonna fly it? You?
We've flown ships before.
I mean, it typically takes a crew of 12 to crew one of these things. 14 on a good day. You're gonna do it just the, what, 4 of you?
You really think 2 more is going to make a big difference?
3 more if you let me get that healing potion.
I go to the edge and shout for Sona. Well, I guess whenever they're done doing
Let's
whatever
flash
they
over
do.
to you guys. Gat, as you did have about a 30-second head start, you make it downstairs. Are you frantically looking for this little tiny metallic item?
No, I'm just I've reached it. I'm crouching down. And when Sona walks up, I've just opened it, pulled out a cigarette, and light it against my hand and just start taking a big long drag as she walks up.
Sana, it's a little dark down there, but you do have dark vision. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay, first thing you notice, she is fucking cool doing this. Like, just cool. And it's a gold-plated, it doesn't look super expensive, little metallic box. Seems to be containing cigarettes of some kind.
Yeah.
She just looks up at you while she blows out the smoke, stands up,
Was the whole
and she's
point,
not being defensive.
was the whole point because of the cigarette case? Was this the whole point?
This belongs to me. I
Okay.
haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
But no,
No?
that wasn't the only point.
Then
I was paid to kill that man by rebels from Pineland.
you were paid to kill by rebels. Okay, well that, you know what? That brings some clarity to the situation.
I don't mind telling the truth about things after the fact. You protect your business, I protect mine, but I still accomplish my goals.
Hey, you know what? You got to use the tools that are around you. Not that I want to refer myself as one, but in this situation, well done. You definitely accomplished your goal. So,
I was on the ship when it went down.
what took it down?
They weren't lying. Some sort of dragon, because I overheard them squealing about it as we were walking down. It was some kind of beast. I didn't see it. I was hiding. I was down below, waiting for my moment. And when things were going to shit, my plan was fucked. And as soon as we were close enough to the ground, I jumped, and I just intended to regroup after that.
I gotcha. So were you going to go all the way with wherever this airship was going?
Initially, yeah, they were going back to Cumbria. Crumbia.
Cumbria? Okay.
Yeah.
Were there any supplies or anything else? And Sana's going to start looking around just to see what else she can find.
Oh, there's tons of shit down here. Because I've already, Gat has already, in her boredom, just gone through everybody's shit.
Yeah. As you start rifling through their shit, you find 200 gold worth of personal effects of their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actual cash 200 gold. You find some small arms, a couple of small blades. Nothing super exciting. You do find a... That's kind of interesting.
A what?
And the rest of the supplies look like equipment just to keep the ship in the air.
And what did you say that was interesting? Because you cut out. I couldn't hear you.
A map. M-A-P.
map.
Map.
I'm going to take the map and I'm going to walk over to Gat and hand her 50 gold.
I take it with one hand and then I tilt the tin at her to see if she wants the cigarette.
I shake my head as
Give me a perception check again.
Me?
No, not you. Son.
Yeah, because that's my best thing is to give you a perception check, Alex.
This time you do notice there are 4 more cigarettes in there and 1 firecracker. Very old looking, doesn't look like it would light even if you wanted it to. And on the outside of the case, there is what looks like a lit firecracker.
I'm gonna shake my head and say, no, it's okay. But I feel like now I should start referring to you as Firecracker. And I nod towards her case.
You call me whatever you want.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Now, where exactly was this place going? This ship, I say as I gesture around me.
Out of game. Were they heading to... Did you just say they were heading to Pineland, Alex?
Castle Pineland, yeah.
Castle Pineland.
Okay, they left Crumbia and were heading to Pineland. Okay.
Yeah. Crumbia is the country, Pineland is the city.
Okay. I boarded the ship in Crumbia after tailing this guy for quite a long time. And he got on the ship, I got on the ship, and just overhearing conversation, it was heading back to Pineland, which was convenient for me, because that's where I pick up my money.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, for sure. And I'm gonna kind of start walking around this space a little bit, just to see what else that I find. And I kind of hold up the map that I found. Any ideas on what this is?
Do I?
I don't know. Take a look.
Do I know what the map is?
Here it is.
Yeah.
I got it.
Map of the world.
That's us.
It's a map of the world as it is currently, I'm guessing.
Yes.
She just nods.
I mean, the last time you guys were just on the Foreldon Island, but now this is the entire world.
Well, the world's definitely changed quite a bit.
Yep. As you guys knew it, the continents where Republic of Umbria and New Etropia were, they were essentially unified, and they have since fractured and broken apart.
Huh.
With Foreldon being, one of the strategic islands basically in between the two.
Yeah.
I love that there's a Children of Solace.
I mean, that is legitimate news to you guys.
Yeah. So I roll that up and put it in my pack to show Ildren and Yosara. And I'm just going to do one last sweeping investigation where I say, well, I appreciate your honesty. We'll definitely be happy to assist you. I think going to Pineland. Pineland is definitely where I think I would be able to find some answers, me and my companions. And let's see what else they've discovered and I kind of just glance around. Sana's like, yeah, I think we should probably try and get this back up and running and try and get out of here. Use it to our advantage.
Hey.
That's about when Sana hears Ildren yelling for her to find a healing potion.
I just want you...
Sorry, go ahead.
I just want you to know, I would not have put you and your friends in danger if I didn't think you couldn't handle this. I wouldn't have brought you here for fodder. I knew you would be fine.
Well, I appreciate the confidence you have in us, having only known us for a couple of hours now.
I'm a good judge of character.
That I can tell now. And then I look at her and I'm like, I think I just heard Ildren yell for a healing potion. You wouldn't happen to know where that would be, would you?
She just kind of points with a cigarette in her hand and nods over to a bag next to an unmade bed.
And when you investigate it, there's dirty socks in there. That was a joke. She has no idea where the healing potion is.
Yeah, of course. That doesn't surprise me. I just toss the
with
socks
a
on the floor
9,
and
that's
just look at
you
her
guys
like,
just
really?
like tossing shit around.
Yeah.
They changed. I told you I wasn't on the ship for a little while. Maybe somebody moved it.
Okay.
If you guys actually go ahead and give me an investigation roll for it.
I was trying my best. It's...
Both of us?
Let's just go. No, doesn't matter now.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Sana, using your deductive logic and your history of medicine, you're like, it's probably in the first mate's room. The captain wouldn't want that in his room because somebody might need it, and that would actually force him to wake up once in a while. But the first mate, that's the guy who does all this shit. And so sure enough, you're like, there's a little pouch on it with a little plus sign. It means plus to healing. And then you open it, and sure enough, there's 2 healing potions in there, both lesser. But even still, this would be enough to save a dying person.
Okay.
Go ahead and add 2 basic healing potions to your inventory.
Alright, give me 1 second. Do that.
A few seconds later, you get a shout, "Come on, he's dying! Can we please get that potion?"
Yeah, I yell up the ladder, and I shrug my shoulders again and said, alright, I'm going back up. And I come up with a healing potion, 1 in my bag and 1 in my hand.
Okay.
I'm
yeah,
following behind her.
Okay. All right, you guys are now up on the main deck.
I want to look at Sana. I mean, can you just give him, like, I guess, I don't know, an in-character way of asking, do you have any lay on hands left?
Just say healing, lay on hands. Yeah, you can name spells.
Yeah,
Do you have
I
any
mean,
lay on hands left? Like, 1 point will bring him back.
what? Yeah. I mean, you should just call me sooner. Sana says as
Okay.
she marches over and looks
Yeah,
down at the guy.
Give him just enough to stay alive, but keep those potions for us.
Okay. And she kind of side-eyes you, Sora, but just nods and proceeds to... Ooh,
Oh, Sana, on a meta note, potion of healing is an actual item. So
Yeah.
if you go into your items, you can just drag 2 potions of healings onto you instead of just adding them hand gem style. So
Well,
I just
I
did
would-
that.
Thank you, because I don't... How do I search for stuff? Do I just click the search bar? Like, how do I actually add stuff into the inventory?
Yeah, there's
you
a search
click
bar at
on
the middle.
items, and then yeah, the
There's
search
pages.
button, search button,
Right
is,
here?
the top line.
Oh,
I
no,
think
on
it's
the-
really small.
On the right side of the vertical menu on the right side of the screen that says items under campaign. Not on your character sheet.
Not on my character sheet. Well, that would have been helpful to realize it wasn't on my character sheet. That's fine, guys. It's totally
Yeah, I saw your cursor just hovering over the character sheet. I was like, no. All the way to the right.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah,
found the items.
That
Alright.
items.
Good
And drag
brain.
that onto your character sheet.
Drag it
Yeah,
onto
you
the
just
character
grab the
sheet.
little pin dot, red dot thing, and that you can drag and drop that stuff basically anywhere.
Okay.
And it'll show you the little hand if it's going to do it.
Okay, cool.
So I've already done that, so
Oh.
you don't need to add more, but you have 2 additional potions of healing.
Yeah.
While
with
they're
that, are
doing
you
this,
healing
Gat is like digging through the bodies over here, just rifling through their clothes.
them? All right, Gat, give me an investigation check. Oh yeah. Realizing your mistake from last time, you're rifling through a lot more carefully now. They're not really carrying much on them. Looks like some rigging supplies, couple of hooks, some short swords. You guys now have 10 short swords if you really want them. It's all in the inventory of the ship. You also have a couple of short bows, but cheap arrows and all that. This is a ship with cannons and ballistas. It's not really designed for close quarter fighting, but they do have that stuff because whatever, and lots of daggers. For some reason, these guys just love their freaking daggers. It's a ship crewed by up to 20 people. You guys have 50 daggers now, just daggers coming out of your ears. They're all cheaply made crude daggers, but you got all the daggers you could want.
What about the guns they were carrying? Are there...
Yeah,
Can I
there are
look
guns.
try to, figure out
As
what these
you
things
guys
are? I
start
assume I've never
collecting
seen
the
one of these before.
handguns, you do find 10 short-range flintlock pistols and a blunderbuss from the captain. So I'm gonna say, Ildren, go ahead and keep track of the ship's inventory,
Okay,
and just go ahead and hand jam that stuff because I don't think there's an actual item for it in the inventory. But
Oh,
you'll
I've
keep
been
track of
writing
the
it
firearms.
down. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay. I'll just have Ildren be the inventory guy for right now because I know he knows Fantasy Grounds pretty well.
Okay. Well, after I kind of just place my hand barely on the injured worker, I step back and then hold out a bag of gold to Yosara that's got 50 gold pieces in her for her to add to her inventory. And then as Ildren is riffling through crap, I like kick him with my foot against his leg. And then I hold out a bag and I like shake it in his face and he hears the gold.
Oh,
clinking
hey.
around.
Oh, that's something.
I like
We,
to look at the guys that we were talking to. I'm like, huh, looks like y'all can be useful. I like put the gold in my pouch.
And then I turn back to Yosara after handing Ildren his gold and letting him rifle through whatever bodies that are around us for whatever he seems to be looking for. And I say, so, I know you already know that there was a reason Gat wanted us to come back on the ship. But to clarify, there is, in a sense, a bounty that she had acquired for a certain individual. And I think we should get the ship up and running and actually head to where they were going.
Gat's just like leaning on the wall, just kind of watching them with her elbows up on the top, watching them through the bottom of the slats, just still smoking.
And Sana just kind of smirks over at her and honestly just rolls her eyes and said, mainly because payment will be paid. And also, I want to go back there and see what's going on.
That's fair. I think first things first, and I look at the 3 crewmen, now that your buddy's not actively dying, y'all get to be prisoners for a bit, because can't trust you. We need to get these guys somewhere that we can have a way to talk. They can't hear us.
There's a couple of rooms with doors downstairs. You can lock them in there.
Alright, let's tie him up real quick and put him in the hold somewhere.
Hey, Gat, you know which one of those rooms can lock since you were down there for at least just a bit?
Can we lock him in the first mate's quarters? Does the first mate have the key on him to his room?
That's true.
Yeah,
Can I check the first mate for his key?
You could find the keys. The only locking rooms would be the first mate's door, the captain's door, and then the front hold of the ship, where they have a little bit of supplies. That's the other locking door. But, finding the first mate's key would open all 3 doors, and finding the captain's keys opens all 3 doors.
I walk up to the first mate and I just hold my hand out. Keys.
I'm not the first mate. That was the other squad leader.
Where's the first mate?
Oh, you end up finding him. We'll just make it easy.
Okay. I want to put him in the first mate's room so they're at least a little bit comfortable. Provide them with, some water, some food.
Bare
a
minimum.
blanket.
Sona, did you check that room earlier?
They are now locked in the first mate's room.
Did I check? I checked through that room. That's where I found the potions.
Okay. All right, no weapons left in there, nothing.
No, we've already pulled
We'll say
out
no.
the ridiculous amount of daggers and, honestly, the amount of stuff that the ship has seems to be a little excessive, but then again, they also don't have enough of other items, so it's a bit worrying, to be fair.
Also, when rifling through, you found a bunch of cheap liquor.
Yeah, how many bottles?
Let's see, a crew that size, probably 8 left. Bottles of cheap liquor and 3 barrels of gunpowder, obviously used for the cannons, but still there would be 3 small barrels of gunpowder.
Okay, and I say, oh, hold on.
Each barrel's enough for like 10 cannon shots. Several more barrels were found, but they were empty, implying that this ship has been through some shit.
Gotcha. So Sana says, oh, hold on. I know we're about to have a serious discussion after we've locked them in the first mate's quarter. She grabs one of the cases and shoves it up to Gat's hand and says, take this one. I'm going to grab this other one. And so there's 4 in one case and 4 in the other, and she's bringing them up with her and says, while we have this discussion, I think we should have a drink. Because, yeah, a drink.
Gat flicks her cigarette before she takes the carton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just for funsies, are you all taking a bottle of liquor?
I am. I'm also spinning one of these flintlocks in my hands, trying to look cool.
Oh.
And
okay, now
Sana?
you guys have been around handguns enough to know which end the bad stuff comes out, so you at least kind of understand how it works now.
Sana holding a bottle of the alcohol out to Ildren and seeing him spin it, just kind of actually takes the bottle and just kind of like puts his hand to the left a little bit away from where everyone is, and then hands him the bottle.
Sorry.
Like, here you go. Just yeah.
Yeah, this will help. This will help me figure this out.
Sure.
I just start taking a few swigs of the liquor.
Just make sure you're pointing the other direction from everyone else, because those things
That's
seem
a
to bite.
good rule for this. I should write that down. Maybe come up with 3 more.
I'm sure
Anyway.
there are 3 more you can find.
Only one way to find out. Mistakes.
Sarah walks up to the crate and takes a bottle in each hand because she knows that liquor has very little effect on her, if any.
Okay, just for funsies, everyone give me a D4 roll, as there are 4 different kinds of liquor on this ship. For every bottle that you are taking yourself. Okay, Ildren.
Aha.
Legit.
Oh my god. Everyone's dual wielding. All right, Ildren, your first bottle, you pop it out, and it is amazing. It is a high dollar wine. Gat, you also, the 4s are high dollar wines, probably captured from some sort of a merchant ship or something like that. The 3s, it is a good, very potent liquor. The 2s is cheap shit wine, and we'll say there is 1 bottle that remains with no label and a top/cork that has been reapplied many, many times.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna open the cheap wine first, just because I'd rather drink that and hold on to my liquor. I'm gonna put it in my inventory.
If no one picks it up, I'll like trade out the cheap shit wine for the shitty bottle. I want to know what.
You want the mystery bottle?
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mystery package.
As you take a sip of the mystery bottle, suddenly your eyes go crossed and your poison sense is overwhelmed as this is soldier moonshine, the kind of stuff you can only make on war campaign. This was definitely made by somebody on the ship who knew what they were doing.
It was made with bootstraps.
Bootstraps, anger, and missing home. They call that hooch. And as someone who has personally drank a couple of bottles of hooch in my life, it will cross your eyes, peel paint, and you will time travel after just 3 shots.
Yeah.
Probably the only thing that could get your Sarah drunk.
Possibly.
Sarah, what is this new feeling? Suddenly you feel chatty and weirdly happy. And no, it's gone. Never mind. Oh wait, it's back. It's back.
Sarah takes it. She like pulls the cork out, smells it, realizes how fucking strong it is, and just looks at everyone and goes, "Yep."
Oh boy. Well, I'm having one of those nights.
And suddenly your snake smile reaches your ears.
Oh yeah, I've reverted back to Yuan-Ti form. I'm not hiding it now.
Have I
Awesome.
seen you like this before? Usually.
You have not.
No, I have at least once though, right? I feel like I have.
The only one who has, and it was very briefly when I was fucking with the with my brothers.
Yeah, you were screwing with your brother that one time. I remember because I went, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." Then I just kept walking. I mean, horns, tail, you know.
I look over at you, Sarah. Like, is this is new? Is it a illusion you put on just to scare them?
It's actually old. How you know me is new. That's all fake.
Oh, so this
and
is
Sana
you.
takes a swig of her alcohol and she's like, "Yeah, cheers to that. That's very true."
Yeah, Ildren, we have a lot to catch you up on, and you know what? Asking that's a good point. And Gat, I feel like you need to hear some of this too, because you have a lot more information about right now, but you don't know a lot about what happened before, where we came from.
Apparently not.
So I want to take them all. I want to go back up on deck so we can try and keep watch out in case any weird creatures show up. But I want to also take us as far away from the quarters that we locked them into so they can't overhear us.
Wherever we
Going
are
up
should
on
be
deck,
good.
it doesn't take long or much to realize that if you're sitting in the upper deck where the ship's wheel is, where you guys are physically right now, it would be very difficult for them to make out anything, probably basically impossible. And as you guys start to talk, dawn starts to happen, and Ildren, suddenly the sky starts to lighten up, and it is very pretty.
Well, that's just real nice. Do you guys see that?
You mean the sunrise?
Yeah. Wow, that's fucking beautiful. There's so many colors. Bright as shit though. It's not gonna keep getting like this, is it? Like this is the extent, right?
No.
Okay. All right, because this is actually a little like much already.
Ildren, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever seen a sunrise and a sun?
Sun, like yeah, I've seen people's suns before. Sure.
No,
Wait.
not S-O-N. The sun.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I've heard stories about some places that have.
Say hi.
things
That's what
like
you're
that.
seeing in the distance.
I can't really look right at it. It's kind of a
No, you shouldn't
big,
do that.
ugly blur, and it burns. Why is this a thing? Is this like? This is gonna be over quick, right?
No. This is a whole cycle,
Oh.
and then it sets, and then you get night, and then it goes again. It's just repetitive.
Okay.
It's gonna
Unclasp
get worse, Ed.
the cloak that I gave Sona before to try and be sneaky. I'm gonna unclasp it and like put it over Ildren's face so he can use it like a little shade thing.
And I'm just gonna kind of shrug my shoulders as it goes off, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Wait a minute, I need a blanket. Yeah, so this is gonna be like a quick thing. It just goes right over, and then we can move on with normal time.
No, hon. This
Oh.
allows anywhere from like 8 to 12 hours, depending on the time of year.
Yeah, this.
Oh
yeah.
Jesus! Well, whew, I think I might go below deck for a little bit. If you guys want to keep talking, and figure out
Just-
what we're gonna do next.
Just turn your back to it, Ildren. Just look it up.
All right, I'm just gonna get in the ball right here. I just hunch down on the deck and sit just like this with the whole towel over my head. I'm like, I can hear you guys. Just keep talking. It's fine.
What's the sword say, Ildren?
What does the sword say? What does the sword say? Like, yeah, sword agrees with me. This sucks.
Yeah, I just
Well,
wanted to know
yeah.
if the sword had been here before. I was just really curious about that with how you're reacting. And then Sana kind of
Can you
leans
use this?
back against the deck, crossing her legs as she sits down.
Can you use the sword to lead yourself around? Can he be your eyes? Like one of those sticks that people
First
walk
off,
with?
it's a she. Don't just assume. But
She. You're right.
but maybe. I mean, I can still see a little bit, around me and all that. It's not too bad. My eyes are adjusting as long as it doesn't get any brighter than this, right? Like this is
Gonna get
as bad as it gets.
It's gonna get much worse, bud.
Okay.
We'll talk to you in about 6 hours. You'll be fine.
We'll call this 5%.
5%. Okay. Well, you know what? I can make it. Just one step at a time, right? You guys just tell me which way to go, and I'll be right behind you.
Don't worry.
I'm sweaty.
Tie a rope around you and lead you around. It'll be fine.
Are you guys sweating as much? I feel sweaty.
No, we're fine. I mean, look at me. I'm used to the heat. You've known that for a while.
Yeah. Whew. All right. Well, let's just make a decision quickly.
Sure.
Yeah, we have more important things to talk about than Ildren's aversion to sunlight.
Oh yeah, you.
Thank you for your concern.
And Sana reaches back in her pack and pulls out the map and says, "Take a look at this." And she hands it across the way to Yosara. I think you'll enjoy the fact that the lines have been updated.
Yosara pulls it open, is has her normal expression for a second, and then it just kind of goes wait,
Uh-huh.
why is it in
Like
two now?
You like that? Look at it again
No.
and see that Foreldon, where we currently are, is smack dab in the middle of all this.
Okay, but also Children of Solace. Excuse me.
I didn't know what to think of that either.
Yeah. I have a lot of problems with this. She's waving the map around. She's I have a lot of problems with this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we should have a lot of problems with this, but at the same time, it's very illuminating to what the situation actually is, if you think about it.
Yeah, okay. God, we have to, like, shorten this story. We have to catch Ildren up. We have to catch Gat up. We have to learn from Gat. Okay, hang on. Ildren, things you need to know.
Alright, hit me.
Yes, I have always been a snake person. I hide this because way back, apparently, a long time ago, Yosara is, like, struggling to figure out how to tell this as a history and not, like, last year.
Once upon a time.
No, we can't once upon a time this, because for us, it was literally a few months ago, a year ago.
All we gotta do is this thing that we used to...
And just do a flashback.
Yeah, a giant flashback of everything that we've done.
We used to do this thing at court called roleplay. And it's basically where, you know, you get up in costumes and you meet up in the middle of the night in small groups. And, you know, the details aren't important. But the point is you got to become another person. So imagine yourself 50 years from now, and you have had little snake baby grandchildren, and we are them.
No,
and you have to tell the story of your adventures.
You're taking it. Okay. And Sana, like, holds the bottle up to her head and is just, like, shaking her head.
Did that not help?
Question, part A, they allowed you at court, children? Part 2, anyway. So, before I met Sana and other people, I was part of a clan that the Republic of Umbria, way back, when that was still what it was called, would force into being their own special version of magic, sort of super soldiers for their army. Because magic doesn't affect me as much as it does you, and I have some innate abilities that make me a good sneaky person. I tried to run away from that, and that's how I ended up with Titania. And then I got sent back, and that's where I ran into Sana.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sana was from a different country at the time.
Yes, I was cast out of my realm, which I'm sure you remember. Sin's Temple, Ildren.
Sure. Hard to forget.
No, yeah, hard to forget that episode. I was cast out of my realm and was blessed, in a sense, at the time, to become a citizen of the Republic of Umbria. But as I was traveling, I ended up running into Yosara and a few other people, and we were all bound together on a journey to assist someone called Princess Anna with her wedding.
And this Princess Anna, and this I turn to Gat, this is where you need to start paying attention. Because the history you have learned is not accurate. Princess Anna was a friend of ours. She is assumedly what you now call the Mad Queen. Princess Anna gathered us to attend her wedding, as she called it, because she was being forced to marry for a political alliance in a way she did not want.
This is true. She was unhappy, and she asked us basically to be her bridal party, and we arrived at Red Cliff all one after the other, and lo and behold, upon our arrival, she was missing. Presumed captured.
Some very silly shenanigans happened in the midst there, but Anna went missing. We were... I don't know, did we volunteer or were we forced to go find her?
We told them that we were going to find her.
You guys.
And then we were volunteered / voluntold that we had to fight because we couldn't find her. So, whichever way you toss it, we just got sucked into a giant...
We got into what was essentially an island-wide power struggle that centered around Anna's wedding. Now, the main people we were fighting with were Redcliffe, Pineland, and Umbria.
Don't forget Atropia. Don't forget Atropia.
And Atropia. Oh god, I could never.
Don't forget that asshole idiot.
Which cracks me up, the Atropia Umbria Alliance in the top of this map here, and I hold up the one Sana showed us.
Yeah, that's when I saw that, I almost died laughing. I'm not gonna lie.
So there was a lot of shenanigans and a lot of things that would make this an entirely too long story. But short versions, we were sent to fight because Anna was missing, and essentially if we didn't fight, we would be killed.
We were very successful.
We laid siege to the original Pineland. We were very successful. We, from the faction we were sent by, freed Pineland, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We
made friends with Talon.
Yes. We made some enemies
Yes.
with a lot of people.
Mm.
Least of all being Iris and Duskers.
Mm-hmm. And Solace, the little turd monkey.
Solace Dryborn.
Mm.
I mean, kind of.
Who was the leader of Atropia at the time? Check your chats.
Who was the leader of Atropia when we were doing all this?
Mm-hmm.
Aether Wolf.
Is that right? Actually,
Yes.
Okay.
He was, unless, and she picks up, Yosara picks up the bottle again. She says, unless this is finally actually the first alcohol that's had an effect on me, Aether Wolf was the one pressuring Anna.
That's right. That's right, because Anna was the only heir to Redcliffe, and Redcliffe was the barrier that would allow for Atropia to have full control, in a sense, and surround Umbria. Remember? What?
Where was Redcliffe on the map?
No. Ildren, the map that you're looking at is very large.
It's a world map.
Foreldon nowadays, was much
Smaller.
more compact when we saw it.
Do one of us have a map of the Foreldon that we originally had? The original map? Do one of us have a copy of that?
Yeah, I feel like the only one that would be Kale.
And this was the other one was a much smaller map. It was just a map of Foreldon.
It was literally just a Foreldon.
It was just Foreldon.
With the divided territories.
So yeah, Foreldon was a
it was the same island, and it was shaped mostly the same. I mean, it was really hard for me to actually make it even. But
that's the word I was looking for. It's
so just assume that the map makers were bad. But yeah, Foreldon Island. So this campaign has much more area. You were basically looking at the equivalent of Britain as an island. Now you're looking at the entire world.
Yeah.
Right.
So contested, and Umbria, Atropia, all of them had their claims to these little pieces of Foreldon.
Yeah.
So they were all fighting over territory, and that's where Pineland was. That's where Solace's, the Dark Woods were.
Was
all
Redcliffe and Pineland domains there that were invaded basically by Umbria and Atropia?
No, it was more Umbria and Atropia were the two largest factions, I guess. And
I would say largest landholders, largest factions, because Umbria.
So they were basically world powers that laid claim to the neutral territory of Foreldon, and Foreldon at the time was ruled, owned, inhabited by indigenous people, and so they set up colonies. They started encroaching on their territories, and then all of a sudden, Redcliffe, which was there as the first colony that was unaligned, shit kicked off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Pineland, Redcliffe, they were neutral. Umbria and Atropia did not like that. They wanted to take over. So Anna's marriage was the tipping point that we did not realize was happening, and we got sucked into because we met this vivacious, bubbly, charming girl who invited us to her wedding. So we got sent to lay siege to Pineland.
Mhm.
We did.
Mhm. And then we made friends with Talon and proceeded to find Anna and fight a war of the crossroads / battle of the crossroads. What did we call it, Yosara?
I'm so glad you remember that, actually.
Battle of the
It was
Crossroads.
battle of the crossroads. Yeah.
We brought as many people as we could from Pineland, from Umbria. We convinced them, like, hey, we need to stop Atropia or you're all going to lose.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we need to have a drink to my apprentice, who was crucial in acquiring troops for the Battle of the Crossroads, who sacrificed himself.
He also, that was the first time he faced down a dragon.
Yes! That is true, he
And
did.
what was his name?
Alaric.
Sana and
If you
Yosara.
check your history, he's in the history book I wrote for you. This is amazing. You guys are going beat by beat of all the history I wrote for her.
It's
Yeah.
almost like they're inspiration deserving.
We are not straight-faced currently, but Sana and Yosara are very, like, just neutral, kind of grim-faced, and just raise their cups and go, Alaric, and
And Sana clears her throat, trying to make sure that no one sees how affected she is, which everybody probably does.
I'll like talk over Sana. I'll give Sana a second to sort of mourn. Anyway, the battle was successful. We beat back the Atropians, which was kind of unheard of.
I guess
Aethelwulf-
amidst roll odds, to be honest.
Aethelwulf, well, the dragon was a result of Aethelwulf making a contract with Solace. He sacrificed many to produce that dragon from the heart of his warriors. And I look at Gat at this point. I think something similar might have happened with what took down your ship, because it sounds like where we come from, and I point at us three.
You know
Sounds
what?
like face it and
Yeah,
not
sorry
real.
though, I want to say with the description that was been given, it honestly sounds like something we encountered in Soon's lair. Because it had 2 heads and multiple wings. And what did we encounter in the lake at the waterfall? Do you remember?
The Hydra, but that, oh god.
Because if honestly she's here, we know she's here. I can't confirm that that's what it is because I haven't seen it.
Gat, this is really important. Did the thing fly when it attacked?
It was an airship. Had to have,
Like
right?
I said, I didn't see what attacked. I guess I didn't tell you that. I apologize. That was when we were down below. I didn't see what attacked. I actually need to catch the 2 of you up. Donna and I talked about it a little bit down. I was on the ship when it went down. I was on the ship to kill the captain.
Okay.
And when everything
Ooh.
started happening, as soon as we were close enough to the ground for me to run, I did. But I had been hiding below. I did not see what attacked, but I could feel it.
Okay, we have, like, I guess the last bridging bit is we knew Solace was an issue. Everything we had dealt with in Foreldon had told us Solace was a main issue. Everything I had dealt with before I was sent to Foreldon had told me there was an issue in the Feywild and I had to go find it. And it pointed to Solace. So all of us, after securing Anna, after freeing her from the marriage, securing Umbria,
Securing
Pineland.
Pineland under the rule of you and me. Sana says as she tilts backward, just like remembering the crowns and the festival that happened before we
But
left.
who did you leave in charge of Pineland when you guys left?
Oh gosh.
it was
Being
the
friendly.
night.
No,
It was
no.
it was Anna's.
Was it the older guy? The older guy in the
it was a
castle?
council. We left a council of people, Yosara. There
It
was
was
more than
Anna-
one person responsible.
Yeah, Rex. It was Anna's, like, friend.
And the captain of Pineland was pushed on the council. Who else was placed on the council? Sana says to herself as she's trying to remember.
Oh god, yeah. Wow, it really has been some time about the council, but Rex was Anna's friend, right?
Was it Rex that was the friend, or was Rex the captain?
Do you guys remember who Rex was?
I don't remember who
Rex is Latin for king, so
No.
He was the mercenary, remember?
He was the mercenary that wanted ears. That son of a bitch was obsessed with ears.
you guys forgot about the ear guy?
Yes, because he was the one that wanted ears, and then Dimkin was supposed to give him ears, but then he became our friend because he brought these giant, what did he bring? Catapults, ballistas, something to the fight at the crossroads, and he was an idiot. He was an idiot. Something yells out onto the deck.
I'll tell us how you really feel.
Oh my god, he was so stupid. Sonnet says, replying to Ildren without realizing he's being sarcastic at all. Okay, so there was a council. There was a council for Pineland and people in charge of Redcliffe. And we left them because we knew we had to chase Solace. And we collaborated with Talon's leadership to create keys to enter back into the Feywild. And each of us had a reason for going back.
We were also sent back in part by my people and Gales. The Lore Hunters and the Dusk Hunters probably for the first time ever, joined forces on something. One of them wanted payment, one of them wanted, I guess, treasure. They wanted keys, things back from the Feywild. Our friend Dimkin at the time owed some favors, some money. So we were sent back for a lot of reasons, some selfish, some not.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal was to kill Solace. Now, Gat, have you heard the name Solace, Drowborn?
Probably not.
I know the Children of Solace. I know where it is.
So at our time, Solace was a person. Well, I say that lightly. He was a
Person's
being.
a strong word, Yosara. Just not gonna lie.
I say person lightly. He was a being. Solace was known as the Warden of the Fae.
Big fat.
Unfortunately, that title was a lot more accurate than what we understood. And it was quite a bit more malicious sounding than it needed to be. We completed our task. You can say a lot for our group, but we get shit done eventually. And we did kill Solace. However, we didn't realize quite what he did. And the stranglehold that he had on the Feywild turns out to have been what prevented chaos here for a long time.
Which is funny, because if you think about it, the only reason he drew so much attention was because of the power he was accumulating from being in that position. And if he was a little less greedy and a little less malicious, bet you $10 none of this would have happened in the first place.
Accepted, yeah.
I already gave you 50 gold. Go away. Sana sneers at Yosara.
No, that's just an ingrained part of how Yosara takes bets now.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no, he kind of made his own bed. He deserved what he got. However, everyone else did not really deserve to deal with the fact that he was trash. So that leads to you, Gat, and I turn back to her. We chose to go on this mission. We left behind councils. We left behind rulers in our stead. We left behind for a time, peaceful and functional Foreldon to go for what, I mean, exaggeration is exaggeration, but for our money, what we thought was to rid Foreldon of the Scourge of Solace. And Anna was a benefactor of ours, but she didn't come with us, and nor was she forcing us to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she was in a sense our friend at the time. I mean, she was rambunctious. I'm pretty sure the General of Umbria would have taken her away and married her if she'd given him a wink and a finger curl.
I mean, if she had given him enough time, Kayla would have married her.
That's true, too. Didn't he still hold her hair when we went into the Feywild, or did he drop that off somewhere else? I can't actually remember.
Had it. I mean, I hope it gives him a chance to at least find a link back if wherever he is.
Yeah, I miss Kale. Anyways.
And we both sort of raise a glass as we say that.
Well, with that, what are you guys going to do? And we can talk history, another time.
Yeah.
With that, I turn to Gat and I say, "This is where you come in. You know her as the Mad Queen. We know her as our friend Anna. Foreldon has fractured so much worse than what we experience, and in a way, it's the exact same. We have this ship. They said they're bound for Pineland. This Captain Garley is the one you were targeting. You're being paid by Pineland?"
Yeah, that's what she said. Sana stands up and points at Gat. That's what she said. Pineland rebels. No, the Pineland.
Liberation Front. Feel us.
I think we should fix the ship. I mean, I know we don't have the manpower, but I mean, we've powered and sailed worse than this big of a ship.
I want to hear from Gat. We've told you our story. Shortened version as it is. Why are you targeting this man? Why were you paid?
I told you, my people are Neotropia. I am loyal to them. I align with many of their ideals. But I also know when and how to take advantage of a good opportunity. I'll make money where I can. And if I'm not loyal to someone, it's fair game. I know people. I know places, top and bottom. I'll get work when I can. And Ironland just happened to be the place. The next one in line, the next target. And I followed through.
So you're just a soldier awash on the storm, so to speak?
I'm not a soldier.
A mercenary.
But I got soul.
God help you.
The Firecracker, would you say you're a bounty hunter, or would you say you're truly fighting for Atropia's cause? Neotropia, sorry. Neotropia.
I think she's just fighting for herself.
Oh, you were
Not
too.
that
We
that's-
found you.
Wow. Not that that's, necessarily a bad
What's
thing.
that sword strapped to your waist that I pulled out of a box for you?
It was a very big box with
Mm-hmm.
glass and alarms. It was.
Do we need to take a quick 2-minute break?
I'm waiting for
Yeah.
Firecracker to respond, but somebody
Okay,
had to go to
never
the bathroom.
Yeah. That's why I was offering, now might be a good time for a 2-minute break.
I can go refill my glass from a bottle that's by my feet.
Let's do that then. 2-minute break, and then Firecracker, you're up.
That will be forever your new nickname for Sana. Just gonna say it. Established. 2-minute drink break. Children, don't burn in the sun.
Too late. Do they have sunscreen here?
Looks like you're stuck with me, stream.
We took a 2-minute pee break. With you. I had to refill my glass.
Being
though.
in solidarity.
And I did establish that Sana will forevermore call Gat Firecracker. It's my nickname, don't steal it.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. I
So
thought you
true.
might.
TMI, but like I can pee real fast. So.
I was
Alex,
trying to
that
tell
is-
Alex that, but I don't think you believed me, and I wanted to drink. So
No, I have multiple intestinal disorders. I can pee really quickly. That does not require a break.
Gross. I wanted to refill my drink and give everyone a second if they need it. Cool. So sorry about that. Firecracker, you're up.
Oh, where's the burning elf with blue hair on the deck?
He's still listening. He'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Cool.
brings that with him.
What was the question again?
Um,
Are you in this for yourself, or are you doing this for a political game?
yeah, no, it wasn't political gain. It was Firecracker. Are you a bounty hunter doing these things for yourself, or are you following the new Atropia, basically mission that they're out to achieve?
I'll call it loose loyalties. They're my people. I'm on their side until I'm not. Until they give me a reason not to. For now, I'm heading in the same direction as them. If eventually I'm not anymore, then I'll go my own way. I'll continue the way I'm headed, no matter what anyone else does. And whoever I align with, that's who I'll go with. But for now, in my life and my experience, my family ties, New Atropia.
Fair enough.
And where exactly are you headed?
Pineland. That's where the ship was headed. That's where the people are who paid me to take this captain out. I need my pay.
What's in Pineland for you?
Hey?
Money. It's
Well,
rebels and... Oh, they weren't downstairs. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sona and I keep forgetting you weren't down there with us. Sona and I already talked about this.
She's
Pineland Rebels.
Yeah.
It was Pineland Rebels that commissioned me to relieve this captain of life. And they paid me enough.
That's why I asked about the bounty hunter you sorry. I mean, you got to think it's basically a bounty, but it's more of like a private assassination. Maybe
Yeah,
I
no, I
call
get
her assassin. Firecracker assassin. That's what I call you. No, I just like Firecracker. Never mind. Ignore that.
Okay, but Get, once you collect that commission from Pineland, where are you headed after that? To the next paying job?
Yeah, that's what I do. As long as it doesn't interfere with my goals that I do have aligned with my people, with my group, with my faction, I take the job. I don't care who else it's for. As long as it's not against me, I do it.
So with that, what are you guys doing as a team now?
I think we should all take a nice long rest and then get these idiots out of this hold and put this shit back together and get the heck out of here.
Okay, you're
Well, it
welcome.
looks like we're going to Pineland.
Oh, home
Well.
sweet Elmo Pineland.
I mean, we did assist in the job. I feel like we should at least get a little bit of the cut, right?
Now, the first
Sorry.
question.
You already did.
First
Oh.
questions are with that long rest that you plan on taking. That would be about 8 hours. It is dawn, so that would take you until early evening. They
Can we
did say
rotate?
the attacks happen every night.
Can we
So-
rotate long rests for each of us and each of us be out with the crew getting them to fix the ship? Like take a 2-2 shift since there's
Sure.
technically 4 of us.
Yeah, you can do that and be resting while you have people fixing your ship. It would take longer, but yeah, you could try that.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't take as long as if we all rested as one and then tried to fix the ship.
Sure. Have you talked about him? Have you talked to him about what it's going to take to fix the ship?
No, but I mean, I can just drag them out here and tell them to fix the ship.
All right. They tell you that basically the dirigible was hit by an acid and is completely unusable, and they need replacement canvas. It's got to be high quality, good canvas, and they don't have enough of it on board to patch it.
How much do you need?
In terms of area, 20 square yards, maybe 30. I don't know what a lot is in terms of.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when we were walking up here, we saw that settlement sort of north left of here.
Yeah, if they had good quality tents or something like that, you could steal it from them.
Oh, look at the little sailor boy, so eager to send us to attack someone else for his problem.
Or you could barter.
Well, I think somebody should go try and get it while we fix the rest of the ship. Obviously, the main concern is the dirigible itself, but there's still some issues with other parts of the ship needing repair, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the other problem is the crew. I mean, even if the 7 of us were really good at our jobs, which I'm sure you guys are, that still leaves us about 4 people down from having a full crew.
Then we need to merge some positions and make it where it
5.
works.
Right. Yeah, we could try that. I don't see what could possibly go wrong, but if you could recruit some additional crew, that would be, keep us from dying.
So you're saying you need us to get a lot of canvas and 5 more people?
Yeah, that wouldn't be the case if you wouldn't have murdered everyone.
Oh, like it's our fault you started attacking us as soon as we climbed up your ship. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Gat just points at her chin. That's like all scraped up and shit.
Technically, they fired on us long before that.
Yeah, there you go. Very true.
We thought you were those things.
Okay, do you not have eyes?
How dare you?
I look like one of those things. I was the first one on the ship. I look like them.
To be fair, a little bit. And it was dark, and y'all were coming in from the shadows. If
I think
you
you're just taking
announced yourself as friendlies, this probably wouldn't have happened.
You're right. Amidst the cannon fire, when you shot at us the first 2 times, we should have yelled, "We're friends!"
Yeah.
You could have said
maybe we should
parlay.
have.
Parlay.
Oh, yeah, parlay. Like, you would have actually adhered to the code of parlay.
Eldrin has a moment where he self-reflects, like, actually, that might have.
I mean, because clearly we're in a great state here, and if somebody wanted to make us an offer to help us get off this rock, do you think we would have at least talked it out? Yes, we would have.
Don't
We
believe
even
it,
sent a
Brandon.
few scouts out there to try to find some help, but they never returned.
Well, our new friend here was also kind of suggesting that we should. You know what? No, it's nobody's fault. We're just going to go in circles here. There's a misunderstanding, and we should just move on past it.
Sana totally points at Ildren and says it's totally his fault.
Maybe
I was the one who stepped in the light.
maybe the shadows you were shooting at were your people you sent out to look for help. Did you ever think that?
Probably
A
not.
bunch of you guys were dead on the ground.
Yeah, that's true, they were. Paranoid idiots, aren't you?
Just do my job. Captain says fire, I fire.
Interesting. Well, your captain's dead now. Guess who's your captain now?
Actually, who?
Seriously. You're gonna ask that
I'm
question.
like
when there's
behind
4 of
Sona,
us
just like pointing at her, like, dude.
standing here. Like, there's literally, like, it's not hard to figure out which one of us was actually gonna be the captain.
Who is the captain now?
And Sana's, like, hand literally, like, goes to the right of her where Yosara is standing with a big-ass smile on her face. Like, Ildren's hand's, like, over here pointing at Sana, and Sana's hand's over here pointing at Yosara. So it's, like, literally a pattern of confusion.
We're just trying to pass the baton.
A pirate hat instantly appears on Yosara's head. I'm so
Well, Captain, what's our next move?
okay. Fair. I go back to the normal Yosara form. Sounds like we need canvas and people to help. Gat, you know the area pretty well, so I feel like we need you to be part of the scouting party. Sona, you're a lot stronger and better at fixing things than either me or Ildren, so I feel like you being here to help fix is a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on deck. I'll be the captain on deck until such time as y'all return. Honestly, though, I think Ildren should
stay here. No offense, Ildren. You just look like you might pass out if we let you walk around in the sun too long.
That's
Please
true.
God,
It's really
keep me
bright.
out of this shit.
Maybe he should go down and start trying to repair the canvas below deck of what we've got left and patch it up
The
together.
three guys go. I mean, honestly, it's our ship. We're not going anywhere without your help. We can handle it here. Besides, a blind man would not do well with this.
I mean, he can work below deck.
There's nothing for him to do below deck. It's just prepping the ship for liftoff and trying to repair the canvas, which we can't do without materials.
You know
It's
what?
right. It's not like they can go anywhere right now.
Why
And it might
doesn't
be better
Ildren
to keep us in one
just
group.
stay here?
Just for cereal, be back before night, because the three of us will not last long against those things. And if we go down, your chances of piloting the ship probably go with us. So, you know.
Okay, well, we need to take a long rest irregardless because all of us are injured in some fashion. Even Gad herself is not probably doing as hot as she could be doing.
That is true.
I mean, you're welcome to sleep here for a little while.
We could at least we can short rest and then go scout and come back by nightfall.
That would probably be more ideal. The sooner you guys get back, the better. We really don't want to be fighting those things without y'all. When there was 12 to 14 of us, we were doing well. But remember, the crew started at 20. By the time you guys stormed the walls, there was only 11. So those things were pretty tough.
Okay, we're gonna nap. We're gonna leave and come back. When we leave, what I need you all to do, and I look at the three of them that remain. Every cannon, every ballista, everything is loaded. Has extra ammo close to it, ready to go, easy to load. You understand?
That's the first thing you guys have said that made any goddamn sense. Let's do this.
Really tempted to stab him, Yosora.
You have to heal him if you do.
Damn it. All right, short rest. Come here, Ildren. And Sana puts her hand on his shoulder and starts guiding him below deck.
Okay. In order to short rest, for those of you who have never done this, go to your character sheet on the main page where it says main. At the very bottom, you should see a weird little dice or a die. And it should say HD, and then it'll have a number of how many of them you have. You can double click that any number of times, and you will regain, I think, half of them every long rest. So if I were you, I would go ahead and use them aggressively. Usually it's not a resource that's worth hoarding.
I can just keep. How many times can I click it?
There's a number on it. That's how
Until
many
you run
times
out
you
of
can
them.
click it.
Oh,
All right, I'm Gucci.
fuck yeah.
I am.
So
gonna
what that
go
does is it
ahead-
repairs your hit points in a non-combat situation as you rest for about an hour. The catch is any magical effects you have do not return. So for those of you with magical effects, it's a big deal. For those of you without,
Who's not doing too hot even based on their rolls?
Oh, I'm fine. I was just gonna tell Alex because
unless you're a warlock.
Yeah. Warlocks are special. How are you doing, Ildren, on heals? Where you at? You good?
My internet went out a little bit. I am short rested now.
Cool. So where are you guys going? You have upper left, upper right, lower right.
there was an encampment upper left I remember seeing from last night.
Yep.
Where did we see that canvas? Or wait, are you guys going to get canvas from there?
Yeah. There were tents and torches and stuff.
Okay. We should probably, I don't know, move as a group. I'll carry whatever heavy load we have.
We should go there.
Keep going, Ildren. I don't know how many.
If
you
y'all
have.
still have it up, switch to the brown airship down map, and then we can run it from there.
Okay. All right, I'm on brown airship down. I don't see anything, but I'm on it.
Yeah, it's all blacked out right now.
All right, so we're looking what, 5 people, crap ton of canvas. Is there anything else we should get? Supplies? See any gunpowder, cannonballs, arrows?
I mean, anything like that. Anything.
Ildren, are you okay?
Yep, I am missing a lot of hit points. So I'm just rolling all of them.
Fair enough.
All right. With that, let's go ahead and switch to the other map. I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys on.
Yeah, so Sona, anything like canvas people we need, maybe let me and possibly Ildren do the talking for the people?
Look,
I'm not even sure if I should be talking. My mouth's really dry.
Look, all I am here is to make sure none of you die, and that whatever canvas and everything you have, I can take back the quickest. If you need to stay and convince people, you stay and convince people. I'll go back so we can get the ship repair completed beforehand, okay? All I'm here is to get the tools and the utilities we need to go back and fix this shit. I say
Okay,
as I jab up at the ship.
If we have to split up, Sona's coming back to the ship with all the canvas. I'm gonna stay and try and drag some people. Who wants to stay and drag people? Who wants to go help fix the ship?
Are we splitting up?
No,
thought
no,
that
no.
we were-
We're all going together, and then we'll split once I get all the canvas I need and the
Is it-
rope or
we
whatever else.
Well, I guess I'll go talk to the people with the Otara. And then the two stronger people can get the canvases.
Yeah, how strong are you?
Stronger than me. I
Well,
can just tell looking
you
at her.
know what, Ildren, you know, it's... I'm not even gonna go there. We're just
Stronger than me too, I promise you that.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, you want to help me with the canvas and whatever other supplies we acquire to take back, and we'll leave these two idiots to convince people.
Let's go.
Cool. So
Hey.
where are you guys going?
I'm really good at convincing.
We're going to the encampment that we saw that was... Where was it? Upper
Upper left?
North
left.
left.
I totally can move.
I want to ask Gat, do you know what other factions are in this area? As in, do you know whose encampment that might be?
Y'all traveled through that area?
Nope.
You didn't see what people were there?
I saw tents in the darkness. They looked red, but I wasn't sure. I don't know what that means anymore, also.
Sana is just literally striding off away from the group, not even like arguing the point.
Yes! Get your ass back here!
No, we've got to move. Daylight's a burning. Well, it's burning Ildren, but it's burning away anyways. Sana goes
Literally
back behind
burning.
her.
If they were red, then they're likely not elven tents. Elves are danger here.
Hear
Okay.
that,
I-
Ildren?
I don't know of this
That's good to know.
tent group that you're talking about. I haven't seen it yet. But we
Okay.
can at least go check it out. Just on site, I'll be able to tell you if it's safe.
Okay, fair. They're not like an obvious faction that you know of. That's fine. Alright. Let's go. Sana, I'm gonna punch you in the face if you keep walking away from the rest of the group.
Catch me if you can! Sana yells behind her as she continues to stride off into the distance. Not even worried.
Yeah,
Because
alright,
if
you know
Sora
what?
hits her, she'll be fine. She just
I hope
wants
you
to get this
fall
done.
into a bear trap or something and then complain to us the rest of the time about how you fell into a trap because no one was near you. Stay with the group, you dumbass!
I don't
And
want to
Sana
complain
just
the rest
stops
of
at
the
the
time.
trees and where she sees the tents and is just like slightly behind the tree line, just waiting because she saw the tents around the corner and she doesn't move from there, just leans against the tree and waits for the others to arrive.
Okay. Yeah, seeing the tents, they look very soldiery. Several archers, well-designed, hastily set up fortification, but they've cleared the trees in the immediate vicinity. They've built up parapets and staked walls. Their camp is in very, very neat order. What do you want to do?
Trying to be as sneaky as possible while walking up.
And I have, hood up, blanket around me. I trying to just look basically homeless, and unapproachable.
Okay.
I'm just waiting
Yes,
for the
are
others
you-
to
you sneaking?
arrive.
Will you repeat that, Alex?
Are you sneaking?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move you up near the camp. Yosara, everyone else. So, how are you guys making your approach?
From where we are, can I climb this tree to see what kind of people are within the fortifications?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a acrobatics. Man, you make it look good. You nimbly bimbly go up to the top. Again, very soldierly, very orderly camp. Cooking fires are designated. Officers' tents are designated. This is very organized. Definitely a military or military-esque force. The tents look Atropian, but there's a twist on them as they have swaths of purple intermixed with their stuff. I don't have that marked on the map, but I didn't have a purple tent.
Is there an obvious, like, is everyone an obvious race, or is everyone...
No. There are humans, there are orcs, there are a little mix of everything. There's even a goblin roaming around.
Well, Atropia's changed. You
Are
didn't
there
say
any elves?
I was gonna say Umbria, honey. I was gonna say Umbria. Or
you
Crumbia.
didn't say that. Which faction did you say they looked? Sorry. Alex, you said they looked Atropian? Or
They looked their tents looked Atropian, but they had splotches of purple. They had orcs, they had humans, just a mosh posh of everything.
Okay, yeah. Atropia has changed a lot. Is there like a clear uniform being worn?
Yes, very militaristic. On their uniform, they have pieces of red and purple on their uniform, almost as if it's striped. But some of them are a little bit more red, some of them are a little bit more purple, but they all have red and purple on them.
I want to stay up long enough to try and get a good gist of what their uniforms look like.
Red and purple.
Like I good at like paying enough attention that I can try to copy them.
Okay. There's different styles. It seems like the orcish soldiers, of which there's a few, the orcish soldiers have more purple in their uniform, and the humans or humanoid have more red. There's even a couple of goblins walking around with hodgepodges of just everything.
That checks out for history's sake. Cool. I'm gonna climb back down and turn to the group. Hey guys, so these are, God, Gat, what did you call them? Crumbians?
I don't think these are Crumbians.
They look very, they look very Atropian, but they have very, well, I'm being frank. Some of the people in there would not have been allowed in Atropia before. So maybe they're just Atropian. I don't know. Red and purple mean anything to you?
This is the Atrumbian Alliance.
Rumbian.
That, I guess, tracks with Atropia and Umbria. Yeah, there's some orcs in there, which was Umbria beforehand, so makes sense. Okay. We could try, I mean, I could try and impersonate one of them. We can go in as them. Sneaking an entire tent out. I saw 5. Sneaking an entire tent out might be tricky. Now look at Sona. How, like, if we somehow threw one of these things over a wall, do you think you could carry a whole tent back to the ship?
Yes. And there's like, it's like straight face, just like no hesitation. Yes.
Okay, cool, good.
Yes, Sara?
Yes, ma'am.
What form are you planning on taking as you approach these people?
Well, I was gonna try and ask you a bit more. I was gonna try and go Atropian. Because knowing Atropians, they will only really enjoy associating with themselves unless a lot has drastically changed. If I came in as someone who looked more Umbrian, they would not listen as well.
There's a chance that we can talk to these guys. They're going to be very short-fused. But more than anything, you more than anyone need to be very careful. These two people are brought together under military. And what they agree on is that they hate Fae. That's one of their main purposes. They hate them.
So just out of curiosity, if I walked up, what would they say to me? Because there's none of me in that area.
Yeah, basically you too, Mildred and Sona, you need to stay far away from this camp.
Me?
I
Honey, I think she's talking about you.
Oh, me? And I switched to look like a fucking one of the Atropian soldiers. Me? I'm fine.
I will spend an action to cast Disguise Self and make myself look like... Well, actually, before I do it, I ask, like, well, I can do that too. Should I make myself look like maybe a captive that you're bringing in? Or should I make myself look like another guard?
Well, maybe I should be the captive, because there's no way I can change like you two.
That's why maybe...
I don't have any gear for you, though.
Ready to drag stuff off and get back to the ship?
Okay, well...
If you're posing as an Atropian, what are you going to tell them you're here for? Where are you going to tell them that you're from?
I mean,
If this is an organized military base, they're going to have knowledge of any Atrumbian that is in this area.
Yeah, exactly. And if I run up looking like a very distressed, exhausted Atropian or Atrumbian soldier, panting, falling over, saying, I need who's in charge. Let me talk to the general, captain, whatever. And they take me to them.
Well, they might have questions before them.
There's a very good chance I can tell the person who's in charge to get me what I need, and he do it.
Okay.
Are you saying that you're gonna bullshit your way to the general and then...
It's not the first time, won't be the last time. Sana says.
Bullshit my way to the general and cast suggestion? Yeah.
Yeah, totally won't be the first time and not the last time. She's done that already.
Okay, well, sounds dangerous to do alone. How do we get the rest of us in that room with you, or at least a few of us?
Well, Gat, what would they allow into their camp? What do you think? As much as I don't like it, we're forced to defer to a newcomer, so...
What if we were two soldiers that captured the assassins that just betrayed and took down an airship, and we were on a scouting crew that got, massacred, and we're, bringing these prisoners to the general to interrogate?
I feel like you're going way out of context of what this is going to be. We need to simplify this.
Simplify it. They're going to ask questions. Like, we have to at least come up with some answer other than, we were in the woods.
It's a military encampment.
Yeah.
Simplicity is what
Are you saying that they won't ask questions? They're just going to be like,
the
yes,
right people
here,
won't
talk
ask
to the
questions
general.
if you're dressed the right way.
Or, I mean, kind of a mix of both of y'all's. I can look like Captain Gnarly that you just murdered, and I'm not.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
And this one here can look like one of the mates on the ship, and we are dragging an assassin.
So you need some context, something believable. Otherwise, they're just going to be like, you could have stole those uniforms. Throw them in the prison, and we'll have someone else talk to them while the general is safe and not just being exposed to random, soldiers that nobody knows that have wandered into camp. Like, that would just be... That would be insane.
Okay, I mean, if you want to do something like that, we can climb back up a couple of these trees, look for a guard rotation, and we could snag one of them, and I could be the guard.
No, I like your captain idea.
Don't pretend to be the captain of that ship. These people hate Trumbians.
Okay, good to know. Also.
Oh, I thought that...
Trumbia sided with Fae, and these people hate Fae. So
Okay, well then I should be the thing that they capture. Let me ask you
and
this again.
if you tell them about this ship, they could potentially send out people to scout the ship.
Right.
Okay, so no ship.
I mean, the ship's not too far from their camp. It would make sense that they know where the ship is, and it's also possible that they have set up camp here because of the ship.
Oh,
We're
the camp was
talking
that
it's
new?
like a 3-mile walk.
I think
Again,
you guys should just
hastily
import.
constructed camp. Y'all have been around the military long enough to be like, these guys set up a couple days ago.
Okay, I think you guys should, and Gap, you can confirm if this would be valid. I should be the Fae prisoner. You can use the ship as a reference because they sided with the Fae, right? You guys dress as guards. You know, this is the bounty hunter that was there with them, that doesn't agree with the Fae, that assisted you in capturing me. And we go in, and that's your story. Boom, bam, there you go. You're in.
Gat, would they accept defectors?
Maybe.
Because we could be defectors from the Crumbian side, bringing information to help because we are disgusted by the Fae Alliance, and this is our chance.
That could work, but you don't want them to lay eyes on any fake creature.
That's fair.
They don't have to.
I
Two
have
fake
Hello?
creatures can...
Hello! Right here.
You're not
Red
Fae.
giant.
Are you? Are tieflings Fae? Can we establish that already so that we can get this over with? Are tieflings Fae, or are they normal enough
There's
to be
not
passed with
enough of
camp?
us in this world to
Yeah,
say
there's
that
not a
we're-
lot of them. They look
Yeah.
like demons, but
Okay.
you know, an intelligent person would know they're not Fae.
Yeah, am I going to count on the intelligence of soldiers who just hastily set up a camp 3 days ago? I don't think so. It's not going to happen.
Burn!
We don't have to have Sana go into the camp either.
Who are you guys sending in, and what are you guys doing?
There are two of us that can very easily disguise ourselves.
Cool. Who are you disguising as? What are we doing?
I think. I
This
think.
endless planning is going nowhere.
I think we should
Just
do
pick
the guards
something and
thing.
do
You know, because if
I-
we pretend like we have too much information, then we're not going to be able to answer a lot of questions.
Okay, we should look like the Crumbians that are
Okay.
defecting then.
it. Okay. Going in as defectors. Okay. Who's going in?
Not me.
I will cast Disguise Self and make myself look really like hideously scarred. So like the reason my cowl is up, so I don't show off
Sure.
my disfigures.
Bleeding eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, just really nasty. And follow.
uh,
Sana, you're going as.
I'm not going in. I cannot disguise myself.
Okay. Yosara, you're going as.
The one that begged us to get the healing potion.
Gotcha. And then is Gat going, who's orcish.
Hmm.
Is that a no or a yes, Firecracker?
Honestly, I'm trying to figure out whether or not they would respond good or bad to me being there.
Fair enough.
You know, I just thought of this, but Disguise Self is not concentration. I could turn you guys invisible, and you could try to. Well, fuck, you're so loud.
I was going to say...
I'm not loud.
She,
I'm not
you
loud.
with.
I mean, she can
Okay.
go in and disguise as invisible with you. I'll be waiting out here until you guys give me the signal to come up and get the equipment.
I could be invisible and I could try to find an empty tent and start harvesting stuff.
I like that idea.
Harvesting. I don't like that word, but we'll go with it. I'll after I cast Disguise Self on myself, I'll go over and touch her and cast invisibility and begin
Okay.
concentrating on that.
Got it. And Sana, you're just waiting out as reinforcements?
I am waiting, and because I can kind of see the encampment, I'm actually gonna position myself, staying behind the trees and behind the tree line into a more better position. I'm actually gonna move
Gotcha.
myself over here behind
Yeah,
this
do your
tree.
thing so that anyone who's watching can see the map. All right, cool. So the three of you guys are going in, one invisible, two in disguise. There are
I'm gonna
two
treat-
sentries on duty. They are standing there. One of them is definitely full-blood human. The other one seems to be half orc.
I'm going to. Okay, I sort of look at Ildren before we break the trail. I'm like, we're committing to this, right?
Yeah, I've already spent the spell slot, so a little too late for to back out now.
Hands up. Like, no, Yosara rarely actually has like a weapon visible on her.
Her.
So hands up, walk up, sort of head down. I'm gonna call out as I step out from the tree line. I'm gonna call out like, we request an audience.
The two sentries look at each other. Okay, Captain! Captain! Hey, Captain! A few minutes later, you just hear a, what? This very, very large orc wearing nothing but a little leather skirt, no shirt, 2 axes in either hand, comes walking out. Fuck are they?
I want to move up close to where you actually can be on the map, visible.
What is the name of the map? I don't have it actually.
Oh, dropping it again. There you go. Eldrin. Alright. You from the airship?
Yes, I'm trying to sound scared.
That's like a roll deception with disadvantage. I don't even think you know what that emotion is. No worries.
Wow.
Well, not surprising seeing you here. How many of you are left? We heard the commotion last night, heard some screams. Sounds like one of your boys was getting eaten this morning.
That's true. One of the crew got eaten. There's not many left.
We expected as much. So, if you're here, I'm guessing you want parlay. Alright, here's our terms.
Gat's gonna walk between the main guy and one of his little gnomes and start scouting the tents.
I know what's going to happen here, but go ahead and roll sneak with advantage as you are invisible. And I'm pretty sure you are in the shadow realm and cannot be seen by mortal
For the
senses.
nat 20, so it's a 30.
This is going to be great.
Well,
so
24. Good thing it was with advantage, but yeah, 24.
Mhm.
No one notices you. Their attention's focused on the other two.
I'm sorry to point out, Alex, you mean a 15 wouldn't have passed?
Yeah, exactly. That's what a 2 would have been. 15 probably would have been okay. Yeah, you sneak in. No problems. I don't have them marked, but there are several soldiers. Each tent holds 8 people. So this encampment is an encampment of 40 plus the commander. So each tent has 5 people either sleeping or chilling in them. And then there are several people milling about the camp. It would be very hard to just start stealing large swaths of canvas. Could be done, but it would be difficult. With that, the commander just goes, all right, so here's our terms. You get everyone out of that airship. We'll protect you, bring you back to our camp. We'll feed you. We'll clothe you. We'll keep you safe. We recover the airship. Sound fair?
Gat walks over to the fire sneakily.
Okay.
And lights one of her cigarettes in it and kind of keeps it covered and walks around the back of the north right tent.
Okay.
I thought
there would be nobody up there in the north right tent area.
There's no one in that tent?
No, there's people in the tent. Each tent has people in. This is military encampment, so they're running 24-hour ops. Every tent has at least a couple people sleeping in it.
But where
So
you are
Gat-
is nobody's there, right, Alex?
What's that?
Nobody's
Yeah,
there
just
outside
physically
where
she is. There's nobody around her.
Gat places that cigarette on the ground at the base of that tent to where it will start smoldering at that tent.
I mean, it's a cigarette. It would take a while, but I think you do have a tinderbox, which is just like generic. You can start fires with this. So if you want
Okay,
to
I'll
set
use
the
my
tent on fire,
tinderbox.
yeah, you could set stuff on fire.
Okay.
Light
Do I need
it
to
on
roll anything?
firecracker!
My God.
Yes, you are.
Oh, Yosara's still like as one of the mates on the ship standing there like hands up trying to look as less threatening as possible. And also
Yeah, you could put your hands down. We're not exactly scared of you. There's 2 of you here and probably, 5 more up there. If we really wanted to, we could storm the airship. But I don't want to waste the men, and, well, I'm old school. I figure we could come to an easy agreement here. We just want the airship, You guys can go on your way. We'll even help you get to wherever you want to go. Sound fair?
Right.
How long until that thing catches on fire and the soldiers start recognizing it?
Probably not long. So if you're just lighting it, yeah, they're tense, and as somebody who lived in one for way longer than he should have, they are flammable.
I'm just waiting for everybody to notice it and guys start rushing out trying to take it out so that I can tear apart one of this tent over here in the corner.
Sure enough, after a couple of minutes, it starts to smolder and then catch. And the three people in there notice the fire. They start going, "Oh shit, we're on fire!" They immediately jump up and start beating the fire out. Several people from the other tents come rushing over. There's now a pile of about 10 people all working together to put the fire out in that area. I'm not going to mark every individual of the 40 people.
All right, are there any of the tents that are left empty now?
You don't know. You can walk around and check.
I didn't see which ones ran out of which one. Okay.
No, because you were on the other side. These are tall tents. They're 8-10 feet tall.
Okay. Is the face of the tent, the opening of the tent, is it at the north here or is it the south of each
all
tent?
the tents, as it's a military base, would face inward. So these would face this way, and these would face this way.
So you'll have to
Okay, so I'm going to start. So I'm going to start with this north leftmost tent and
Okay.
see if I can tell if anyone's in there.
Okay. As you go in there, sure enough, there's 2 people sleeping in there. 2 of them just didn't give a shit. But,
Okay.
you know, one of the guys in there probably ran out to help. But there's only 2 people there asleep in that tent.
Okay, I'm going to go inside that tent.
Okay.
And I am going to very, very quietly kill these 2 guys. Assassinate them.
Holy shit. Okay. I'm not even going to make you roll for the first one because if you hit, it's an insta-critical. So yeah, first one, you just fucking kill the shit out of him. The second one, give me an initiative roll.
Fuck.
Well, it's all right. He rolled a 2, which makes it a 4. So he wakes up right as you have murdered the fuck out of his friend. Before he can do anything, I'm going to just drop Atropian Archer. We'll just make it Atropian Archer 2. So if you actually look at the combat tracker, Atropian Archer 2 is now what you're in combat with. So go ahead and make your move against Atropian Archer 2, who has just woken up, is not wearing very good armor, and sits up in his bunk after you murder the fuck out of his friend.
Okay, Atropian. Where am I looking?
So
Log or actions?
here, I'm just going to move him right next to you inside the tents, and then I'll drop another token whenever I'm being lazy. All right, so let me just go Atropian Archer 3, who is now in the tent, and you should be able to see. He's a little red icon.
Oh yeah, I
in
can
the
see him.
tent. Yep. So you're within striking range, or at least close enough. Go ahead and do what you want to do, as he has just woken up.
So I can't assassinate him?
You will not get insta-kill on him, no.
Okay. So
She does get to act first in initiative, which triggers the assassin feature.
Well, it's a surprise round, and he's no longer surprised as you have murdered the first one with the assassin feat.
okay, let me look at this right quick. Sorry. Can I use my sneak attack on him too?
You would have to make some sort of a concealed attack, which, you know, if you use your bonus action to hide, provided your hide is high enough, then I'll say yes, you can make a sneak attack.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
Technically, isn't she
And
still invisible though,
just
even though
to
she
be a
killed
good
somebody?
No, she becomes visible instantly. Ooh,
Okay.
you're up against a 17 as he rolled well and realized what's going on. So if your stealth is higher than 17, you'll get sneak attack. Otherwise, you will not. Was there any doubt? Yep. Go ahead and make an attack with sneak attack using, well, You wouldn't be able to use any poisons as you've used your bonus action already. So
That's fine.
attack, but you do get sneak attack if you hit. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna go at him with both daggers and then sneak attack.
Okay. First dagger as you make your strike. Yep, that's going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage, and then that one will have sneak attack.
Do I double click or do I drop that on him?
Drop everything on him.
Shit. Sorry.
That's all right. I'm going to go ahead and add that 9 on him, and then go ahead and just drop the next damage on him. So if it's sneak attack, it should just drop the damage on him. Don't drop the 2 attack. Yeah, there's no need for that. Oh, that was the second dagger. Okay, go ahead and drop the damage of that, and then drop the sneak attack damage as you strike, hit, and then add sneak attack. Bam, and then sneak attack damage. Oh, he's screwed. Unless you get all ones. Nope.
Shit.
Yeah, you managed to
Well, 66.
stab him. He is DED dead, and you have now killed 2 people.
All right. I am
out of 40.
immediately going to take whichever dagger will cut the quietest.
Probably the
and
average.
start
Well, fine dagger would cut
toward
quieter. Heavy dagger would cut faster.
All right. I want to be quiet. So nobody
Okay.
knows I'm there. I'm going to put these guys back in their bed, look like they're sleeping, take a few seconds to do that. And then I'm going to start cutting quietly in that north leftmost corner where
Got
no
it.
one would be walking back there and get as much as we need.
Gotcha. Give me a
Cutting holes out of the skin. whatever I need to do.
dexterity. Just give me a. Well, your dexterity is 1,000,000. Give me a just a what do you call it? Let's go survival. So if you go to your skills, do a survival check to see how accurately you can do all that stuff. Oh yeah, you do an amazing job, and you know how much you need. So you cut more than enough out of the side of this tent, which is about 3/4 of the wall.
Okay.
Now, you do roll it up. These tents and this canvas is thick. It is a little bit heavy, but it's carryable. It's just big and bulky. But yeah, you have this giant thing. It looks like a rolled up carpet. Yeah, you've got it. Yosara and Ildrin, what are you guys doing?
Meanwhile,
I kind of nudge
Meanwhile-
Yosara and nod towards the light suddenly burning towards the far edge of camp. Is that part of the plan?
Seeing you do that, he looks overhead, looks at you guys, looks overhead. God damn it! Security! Get them! And the 2 archers then move to attack you guys. Go ahead and roll initiative as they're not fucking around anymore.
Am I rolling initiative since they don't know I'm here? Or am I still?
No, we'll just keep your initiative in the order. The 2 sentries and the commander are taking a fighting stance and going after you. Ooh. Commander got
5, 6,
14.
7.
Ildrin, did I personally stab you for fucking up a very easy deception thing?
I didn't think that 30 feet away they'd see me making a nod.
I mean,
But-
considering you nudged, then nodded, and you both were looking back at the tent.
He's blind, so it's even worse. All right, so with that, the
Oh, shit.
officer, he is going first. He closes with Yosara and Ildrin and just goes in just pissed off, attacking both of you, 1 apiece. Yosara, you managed to dodge. No damage. Ildrin, you gotta be kidding me. Even in your blind state, he misses.
Who said that?
I think he was so surprised how blind you were. The 2 archers take 2 shots at each one of you. Well, each one of you take 2 shots. First one's going to hit Yosara. Oh my god, second one misses Yosara. Yosara, you take 1 arrow. Ildrin, the other guy takes 2 shots at you. First one misses. I am blown away. Second one. Yeah, that's going to... What's your defense right now?
My defense? In my
Maybe
AC?
only like 10. Yeah.
13?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, you had your stuff on.
Oh, my
what
blade song's
about-
still on.
Yeah. So
How do I
with that-
remove that after it's done?
Yeah, if I forgot. If you take a long rest, it automatically, but if you do a short rest, it doesn't. That's what I forgot.
Right.
You take 11 damage from that. It is now Gat's turn.
I'm gonna use my full action or bonus action or whatever you think I need to take to slip on clothes that match whatever they would be wearing and conceal the pack underneath. And since
Now that would take quite a bit of time.
I can use my whole turn to... Is it okay to take my whole turn to do that?
A turn is 6 seconds. This would take like 10 minutes.
Throw some
To
clothes on.
change clothes and try to conceal a giant piece of parchment that you stole from the side of a tent. That would take like a while.
Okay, if I don't try to conceal the parchment and I'm just pulling on some clothes, how about that?
Yeah, we'll say it'll take 2 turns.
Okay, that's fine, and I will just act like I'm carrying the parchment just as part of our labor in the camp.
Sure.
Later. Okay.
All right. Sana, what are you doing as these two are now engaged in combat with the gate guards?
How far away is she?
Like 50, 60 feet, I think.
60 feet exactly or not exactly?
I don't know.
I need to
You
know.
have no idea. Fog of War.
I need to know.
It's called Fog of War, so it's like you declare what you're going to do, and if you can't make it in time, then you're caught in the open.
Okay. Well, because I know I'm not going to get there in time. Actually, let's see. All I see is that Yosara is annoyed, and I'm just, of course, figuring out what's going on.
I mean, you can tell exactly what's going on as this giant orc motherfucker is now bearing down on them with an axe or 2 axes. The archers are shooting. There's smoke in the background. People are shouting.
How many
Subtlety
actions,
is out the window.
How many actions do I have?
1.
Just 1 and a bonus?
Yep.
I'm going to activate haste
Okay.
upon myself. And then
Okay.
I'm going to proceed to, as my bonus action, activate my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire a really creepy smiley face straight into the face of the general, because that's my new signature move.
Okay. Creepy smiley face. Suddenly, Yosara, your favorite thing has happened, and a smiling face just goes... appears right next to you.
And proceeds to smack the side of the head of the
Go ahead and
general.
roll damage. He's definitely not hurt by this at all, and he's more bewildered, but, you know.
And the creepy smile is just smiling, and it slightly tilts to Yosara and just kind of like turns its head sideways at her. And like Sana can feel the annoyance, but she's just like, well, I mean, long range.
All right.
Can I use my movement at all now? Since I activated my haste, can I actually move?
Yeah, you can still move, and you would move at 60 feet per turn.
Okay, I'm going to
Haste doubles
proceed
your speed.
to advance and basically like shove myself right in between Yosara and Ildren and just like get right up in his face without like any hesitation. Sword and shield drawn in a defensive position, like just out of nowhere. I'm just there, and the smiley face is on the left side of us.
Gotcha. All right. All right. Interesting. Yosara, Ildren, what are you guys doing?
Which one of us goes?
Yosara first.
Alright. I am annoyed.
We know.
I just, at whatever free action I have, I look towards Sana and I'm just like, God damn it. And just...
And Sana kind of like just nods.
Cinematic moment, you just see, God damn it, and out of nowhere, after I'm turning back, you just packed weapons slices up at the orc in front.
Slash.
Slash. Jeez.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Roll damage before you make your next attack. Because that is a uncritical. Caught him off guard, and you slash the shit out of him. With your sneak attack, you hit him just directly in the vital spot, which I think in this case is his eye. Second attack misses.
That's
But
fun. Bonus action disengage.
okay.
I have to scroll in a. Okay, actually, I can't get to my person because the smiley face circle is over top of me.
There you go.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage, and I'm gonna move 5, 10-ish, 15-ish, I don't know. And then disengage and go.
So if you're moving around him, since you're not leaving his range, you don't have to disengage.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, okay.
Step into the smiley face.
Is the breaks in the walls like actual breaks, or is that
No,
just?
it's supposed to be continuous. I just, it's the way it worked.
I'm gonna 5, 10, kind of 15.
That's the only actual break in the wall is the main gate.
And then I'm gonna run up here.
Okay. All right. Charging inside the base. All right. Ildrin, what are you up to?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna charge up right to the archer. Get really.
Gotcha. Sure.
While they're your son and Sarah are like, frowning and shaking their heads to each other, Ildrin's in the background just like shrugging, like, "Whomp, whomp." I can't see them, but I can be seen by them. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna do my blade song and cast mage armor, and then just kind of dance around this guy to the back, pretending like I am much more effective than I really am in the sunlight.
Okay.
That's
Anything
my turn.
else?
That is it.
All right. With that, as we get to the top of the turn, the commander uses his bonus action to call reinforcements. And with that, out of one of the tents, 3 of the sleeping guys come charging out, full battle rattle, ready to go. And 3 more enemies have now entered the field. With his action, he is going to go for the new and most interesting threat, being Sananana and Slashy Slash, both attacks on you. First one's going to clink off your armor. Second one, nat 20s, as you take, whoosh, 27 damage.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke him in response to his attack.
Okay. As he hits you so hard you lose concentration on your haste, and your haste will fail.
Okay.
But you are welcome to hellish rebuke. Go ahead and roll his saving throw. And he does save. Got amazing dexterity. But still, roll damage. As he takes 2 damage.
3 damage.
No, it was halved because he saved.
Oh.
With that, the archers...
Okay,
the first archer is going to make a dual attack against you, the most scary target, Yosara. 2 strikes on you with disadvantage as you are point blank range, and he has a bow. And he fumbles the first arrow, and right as he pulls it, it misstrings, and he drops the arrow. Both of them misfire. The second one, however, covering his commander, fires 2 rounds into the back of Ildrin. First one hits. Second one misses.
And both of them miss.
Ildrin, you're going to take minimum damage, 7 damage.
Miss.
I thought that first one missed.
They both missed, Alex.
Did it? 14 misses?
14.
Oh, you're
But
blade songing. Okay.
He's blade
All right, sorry
songing,
about
so...
that.
And mage armor, so I got a 21 AC or something.
Can you cast... Oh, you can cast them both at the same time. All right.
Bonus action, baby.
All right. I have rewound that. See, that's why I like this because you can't fudge dice rolls. At least not that easily. All right. With that, the 3 new archers take their turn, and moving into position, they advance as far as they can, but have only one target, which is Yosara, as she is the closest and right up against one of their friends at the front gate. You're going to take 6 strikes from the new archers. First one is going to hit. Second one is going to miss. That first one gives you 11 damage. Taking 2 more from the next archer. First one hits. Second one misses. Looks like you're going to survive this, but that one was max damage at 14. And then the last one fires 2 arrows at you. First one, ooh, nat 20s. You'll take,
Can I hellish rebuke him? Is he close enough?
yes, 30 feet.
Alright, I'm hellish rebuking him with my poison.
Okay. And then you will take one final strike, and he will miss as you take arrow, bam, hits you like right in the nape of the neck, and you're like, even as a snake, I felt that one. That really fucking hurts.
Which archer hit me with the crit?
The archer number 3. And that takes us to Gat's turn, as one of them is hellish rebuked. Supposed to roll the saving throw, but go ahead and roll a saving throw. If he doesn't save, then he dies. But he does save, so
Sorry.
it's all right.
Yeah, I agree.
It's my second time using this thing.
No worries. But he is feeling that as his eyes start to leak a blackish blood and his nose starts to run, and suddenly he don't feel too good. Gat,
Yeah.
you're up. What are you doing?
With a really good shot, and Yosara just turns to look at him and just like,
Gat, what are you up to?
My 2 turns, I've put on my disguise.
Oh, yeah, you're still doing that. Gat,
Okay.
as you are nimbly bimbly running around, 2 archers come around the corner.
I'm still in the tent that's closed that nothing's going on in.
Yeah, and they start waking everybody up. One of them comes running in the tent to the north, one of them to the south. As he runs in there, he sees you stripping, he stops, he looks at you. Somewhere off in the distance, a dog barks. As he is stunned, as not sure what he sees, as the wall of the tent is missing. 2 people are still asleep. One of them is half naked, who looks female. Very confused, he stands there.
They
Is that
snuck
his
in the
turn?
back, they went around. I'm coming out to help. Let me get dressed.
Roll deception.
Get the fuck out.
And he nat ones is like, oh, right. And he walks out for a second.
Okay.
He walks out.
So-
There's no females in this camp, but seeing just enough of your bare skin and orcish features, he's not sure what he's saying, and he just not sure what to do. Gat,
Okay.
you are now dressed and ready to move, so next turn you'll be mobile. Sana, what are you
Okay.
doing?
Sana, having realized the situation is just devolving in a spectacular fashion around her, just as she prepares to strike the orc in front of her, sighs to herself and just is like, this is going to be great, and proceeds to attack the orc officer. Missing terribly, she then is going to proceed to strike again, hoping to be much more successful this time, and misses again. Wonderful. So just totally bewildered by the whole situation and frustrated. She can't seem to lay a hit. She's just going to motion to the smiley face to smack him straight in the face.
Okay. Smiley face, smack straight in the face.
About, I guess. I
And it
don't know.
misses.
Okay.
Yep. Yosara, you've just
We're all just
taken...
bewildered.
Oh, sorry. Sana? Anything else?
No, we're just all bewildered over here. Just don't even know what to do anymore.
All right. Yosara, you've just taken quite a barrage. What are you doing as you are mostly surrounded?
alright. This is, I guess, gonna be a DM ruling, because I have a weird combo of things I want to ask if I can try to do.
I'm into it. Let's do it. What you up to?
I want to try to tackle this cunt out of the line of view of these 3 archers up here,
Okay.
and then pop back up looking exactly like him.
Let's do it. All right. First thing's a grapple check. You'll be up against his strength. I'll say you'd be able to tackle him and use most of your movement. He's got a 16. Ouch.
Should I use athletics or acrobatics or
be athletics because you have to overpower him. Acrobatics is good for escaping, but not so much overpowering. Oh! Nat 20, so you do tackle him, throw him over to the side, and now go ahead. You push him.
Yeah, as we roll, you see Yosara's previous, like, the crew member form shift to look like this exact same archer dude, and we're rolling and rolling towards the tent. We crash. Yosara pops back up, packed weapon, bow in hand.
Okay, we'll call that your action. Are you using, was that your bonus action to shapeshift?
That can be my entire turn, and I'm just standing
Gotcha.
him looking.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it actions, but I'll allow it because this is hilarious. I'm into it.
I'm just standing next to him, looking exactly like him, going like, "Good, stop!"
All right, I love it. Okay, you are now mimicking him. Ildren, you are up, and remember, you can see these two archers. Well, not see, but you know there's two archers over there. You've completely lost track of Sana and are struggling with spatial awareness on the battlefield. Or not Sana. You know where Sana is. Yosara. You've completely lost track of her. And as you're fighting this orc, what are you up to?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna stick with what's in front of me. I'm gonna start slashing at the back of this orc, trying to help Yosara.
You'll be regular strikes.
My God, you did
won't
to
get
me.
Disadvantage because he is being flanked, but normally you would have disadvantage because you're blinded by the sun.
Right, but flanking makes it a flat roll.
Normal attack.
Okie dokie.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Roll damage for that one for sure.
I mean, you got no dice. 22? You max that shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this poor commander was actually designed to be a tank, and you guys are just shredding him. I mean, not Sana. She hasn't landed a hit yet. But the rest of you guys.
My face has landed a hit. Not my face, but my other face.
Hey, you like my face to foot style.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have 2 strikes, Ildren, or just 1?
I do have a second. This one I'm going to charge up with a booming blade.
Okay.
Just in case he
booming
moves.
Blade, if he moves, it booms.
Yeah. If it moves, he booms.
Boom.
16's a miss.
Boo!
No
All
boom.
Right.
No boom.
That's my turn.
All right. With that, the officer uses his bonus action to call reinforcements. And with that, 3 spearmen exit one of the other tents from the other side and are now attracted to the chaos. And the spearmen will go ahead and go right now. They charge into battle, running right past the new Sana. Yosara. Yosara. Man, it's 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
Yosana.
You're doing it in a row.
They run right past Yosana, not realizing that there's 2 of the exact same guard. The exact same guard stands up, looks at you, gets confused, isn't sure whether to stab himself or just stab you, but then he gets the best of himself and he makes a short sword strike with you and misses, makes another short sword strike at you and misses. They're not very good with their short sword.
And he's also not sure if he's going to hit himself or not.
Yeah, exactly. Archer number 2 takes 2 strikes on Ildren. First one's going to miss because his armor class is 1,000,000 now. Second one, same amount. Miss.
So it makes up for me having like no hit points.
Yeah. With that, the 3 archers that are moving as a group come around the tent, seeing. Why can't I move them? Seeing 2 of the exact same person there. The first one is completely stunned and not sure what to do about this. The second one makes a guess and decides to take a shot. Opposite
50,
of a glass
baby.
cannon, a cement teacup.
I see, no hit points.
With that, Yosara, give me a d20 roll as he's taking a guess on which one the real one is.
Oh, shit!
He fires 1 arrow at you, and you dodge it. No problem. The last one, realizing that his buddy has just fired, decides to do this scientifically and fires an arrow at both of you. First one hits you. Second one hits his friend. You'll take almost minimum damage. The friend will take almost maximum damage and is now bleeding horribly, screaming as there's an arrow protruding from his stomach.
Yeah, I do. You remember that scene in Dark Knight where Catwoman in the diner, like as soon as the cops walk in, she's like, oh.
Yeah.
That's what Sarah's doing right now when she gets.
Yes, like where she's cowering down in fear. And they're all running past her. Yeah, I remember that scene.
I just see this as like a fight club. Please don't hit me again. And the cops are like, what?
Yeah.
With that, Gat, you are dressed and you hear the two archers outside gathering more people. And one of them goes, wait a minute. We don't have any girls in this camp. And you hear him stringing his bow, getting ready, but he's afraid to enter the tent. With that, Gat, you are up. What are you doing as you have ripped off the entire left side wall of this tent?
Okay. Oh, I can't grab my character. What's up? I'm going to go to the left side of the tent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my action to set the bed on fire.
Okay.
And then I'm going... Why can't I grab my character?
Don't know. Everything's unlocked. I'm going to say it's a you problem.
It's probably a me problem. So we're going to pretend that I've used my action to do that, and then I sneak out to the back of the tent, and I'm planning on... How do I tell how far I can move in this terrain?
Yeah, it's a little tough. You just kind of got to eyeball it. But for reference, that is 30 feet. And you're at 30 feet of movement.
Okay, all right. Then I go all the way back to that spot.
Okay, trying to move out of the back. You set the tent on fire. Go ahead and give me a sneak.
Sneak.
Yeah, like 50. Okay, yeah. You're feeling really sneaky as the archer looking in would only see fire and smoke and two dead guys on the beds. Kind of tragic. Sana, you're up.
All right. It's just... Oh, here we go. A boom.
That's going to hit. Go ahead and roll
Aha!
Oh.
Oh, y'all got crit.
Because Sana's just like
damage. It's not a crit.
kind of done with what's going on. She's I don't know, where did it go? She's gonna boop and
Okay.
just
Oh,
you know,
jeez.
boop.
You're going to boop him in the snoot with a divine smite. Yeah. As you slash him with that, you're glowing and all that, he screams, Faye! They're on us!
Sana is starting to
That'll
smile
be
at this
his
point
reaction.
because that was his reaction. And you know, Sana's just gonna go ahead and give it another whack.
That's going to hit him. Go ahead and roll whack.
And
Yeah, he's really starting to feel it. Blood coming out in multiple places, and that smite did quite a bit of damage.
as her bonus action, she's gonna try something. Not sure what it is that she's trying, but she's just gonna see if it'll work. Because she has this feeling, but she's not sure if it will. Oh, so close. Doesn't work, though. And her smiley face just sits there smiling idly.
Fair. Go, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action disengage. I'm gonna run towards this orc captain.
Okay.
I only want to get. I just want to get within 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to like scream about like the Fae, and I'm pointing at him. I'm gonna cast suggestion on him, and I'm gonna suggest to him that he convince your squad that you are Fae.
Okay. Read suggestion, because that seems...
Of activity limited to a sentence or two, and
Okay.
magic influence the creature that you can see within range. If they can't be charmed, they're immune. So if he has some property like that, he's immune. It must be worded that the action sounds, quote, reasonable, and it defines that as asking them to stab themselves, throw them on a spear, immolate themselves, ends the spell. They have to make a wisdom save, otherwise they pursue the action to their best of their ability.
Okay, now, since it's in combat, I believe you get advantage on the save, is that correct?
I'm not sure where you're getting
That's with charm. Maybe not suggestion. There it is. Oh, that's what you wanted. Duration. Okay. Okay. To stab itself, immolate itself, or do obviously harmful acts, and this is the spell. You want him to convince people that he is Fae?
I want him to tell his followers he is Fae.
Okay. I would say that would be directly harmful to him, as their whole cornerstone of existence is being anti-Fae.
Is it that deep-seated?
Yeah, actually it is.
Okay, does it fail or can I reword it?
You can reword it. I'll give you this one. You can reword it. You could say something like, call them off, or retreat, or fall back, or... Because that would directly make him a target of his own men.
Yeah, no, I get that. That was...
It'd be the equivalent of jumping on a spear.
Yeah, I was kind of... Yeah, no, I get what you're going at. I was going for the, like, Anastasia convincing her to walk off the boat thing. Okay.
Kind of like suicide, and I think that would be a little beyond the limits of the spell.
I'm gonna stick with casting suggestion because I already said it. I'm not gonna take that back.
Okay.
I will suggest to him, I guess. They're in the flaming tent. That's
just for funsies here. Smash, can you throw me a d20 for his save? He gets a 1 in wisdom save. And what
A
is
wisdom
your...
save?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, it's not for you. It's for him. Just roll a d20 so we can roll it in the open, because this is an important roll. Because if this doesn't work, someone very... Yeah, I was going to say, someone very easily could die. There's like 9 enemies in a great defensive position here. All right. So with that, on his turn, he will say they're in the flaming tent. Ildren, you are up. Now, the question is, does Ildren know you have cast that spell?
He would recognize my voice, if nothing else.
True. Yeah.
Can
I'm 5 feet
You're
behind.
right there.
I mean, I kind of know the sing-song in her voice whenever she's trying to
Okay.
be sneaky, right?
Or at least Fey magic, he would recognize me shouting over him.
Okay.
I mean,
What are you going to do?
if not, there's an archer right behind you, Ildren. I don't know. Attack me. Go for it.
I can't see a whole lot. I just know there's a lot coming at us.
So that's the question. What are you going to do in this moment, as he's primed to say these things on his turn? But what are you doing for your turn?
God, I guess I'm turning.
I guess context, you would have seen random archer running up, pointing at.
Scene is a bit of a
Yeah,
misnomer.
I'm
'cause he can't see
confused. I'm just gonna roll an intelligence check real quick.
shit. Sure.
Person runs up that
Because
looks
that's
like.
the question: is do you keep attacking your
Right, this is a
target?
complicated, situation. Like, there's a Aura is obvious. Okay,
Description wise. Random archer runs up, points at General, and you hear Yosara's voice yell, "They're in the flaming tent."
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead, turn around, seeing all these archers behind us and us all on the same side here. I'm just going to use my action to cast Wall of Force, and I'm gonna draw a little wall that's gonna snake around here.
Okay.
Can I do a pointer? Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to keep that intelligence roll, and I'm going to go like this because you are blinded, and so you are
Yeah.
aiming in one place, but you
Okay.
end up cutting 2 archers basically in half, but leaving the spearman and the other archer not quite walled off. So
Okay. I think
that
if
means
it
shit
goes
can
through them, then
still
they
can
make.
still. Yeah, no, it hurts them.
Oh no, no.
Go ahead and roll.
No, it doesn't hurt them, but I do get to. If the wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears, the creature is pushed to one side of the wall. It does choose. It does say I get to choose, but I also
Yeah,
am
they'll
blinded.
be boxed out. Okay. I
Okay.
thought Wall of Force actually did damage when it hit you.
No, it's just really like you just can't break it.
Yeah, firewall does damage.
Okay, never mind. Which one?
Firewall does damage when it hits you.
Okay. Yeah, so they're walled off, but the other few are not, including the spearmen.
Okie doke. That's my action. And then I just hope nobody is gonna come stab me.
Okay, staying put.
Staying put.
Bonus action.
I don't have one, unfortunately. Not a good one to use right now, so that's my turn.
This Wall of Force appears. Realizing that they're in the flaming tent, the officer falls back to go to the flaming tent as he's pointing. Sana and/or Ildrin and/or Yosara, are any of you taking attacks of opportunity against him?
I am.
Yes.
Okay, roll attack.
Mother of
And
God.
as you swing, you miss, allowing him to. You only get one.
That's his attack, and this is my attack. Ildrin attacked first, and I just attacked.
Oh shit. Okay, roll damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you sure about that? Because Ildrin should be able to attack, and I should be able to attack.
And you catch him in the back, but not enough to kill him as he falls back. With that, he starts screaming, "They're in the flaming tents," giving Yosara a chance to survive, as if you had killed him, it would have been really interesting. But with that, now the soldiers are fanning out, moving towards the flaming tent. You guys seem to be kind of in the clear as they're ignoring you, with the commander moving further inside the base. The archers, confused by the Wall of Force, begin trying to push through it to no avail. That'll take us to Gat. What are you up to?
All right. So still sneaking. I can re-roll if you need me to. I'm gonna move.
I typically have you do a sneak roll every turn when you're in combat.
Okay. All right.
So
I'm
whenever
gonna.
you move point A to point B, it's how sneaky could you do it.
Okay.
And
So 30 feet
we would
would
call it social sneak. Social sneak being like, "Oh yeah, I'm just walking here with a carpet, looking inconspicuous." Do 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 do.
Alright, you're making fun of that. I have walked through 12 blocks of downtown carrying a mannequin and a roll of a rug, and no one has said shit.
I stole a Santa Claus. Did the same thing.
Walk with it. We stole an entire Christmas tree. No one knows.
I don't want to know. I
Yeah.
don't know if I want to know.
Twice that Christmas tree got stolen, and nobody stopped you.
Egg is a very personal story.
It was you?
Well, no, I think it might have helped the first time, but the second time was her GM when.
I was victimized by that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would have been involved if you had been there.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Okay.
they Grinch us.
So where do you use the little tool to measure how far distance is on the map? I hadn't figured that out
I've
yet.
got one. You can also right click to do it. So are you just using your full action to try to go as far as you can?
No, I'm gonna go my 30 feet. So however, where's 30 feet at from me? Right
Yeah,
there?
normally
Okay.
I have
So I'm
dots, but this map, it just didn't work.
All right, so I'm gonna go 30 feet. Are there soldiers at the back of the tent to my right? Can anybody see me where
There
I
are
am?
soldiers in the red circle all fighting the fire.
Okay, they're distracted a little bit. I'm gonna roll my sneak. Fuck.
Still pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to use my action again. I'm bonus action hide,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my action to set this tent on fire. And how big is the fire over on the? No, I
it's
take
only
that back.
been a few
I take that back.
seconds, so it's starting to grow, but still. You setting
Okay.
this tent on fire too?
Yes, I'm going to use my action to set this tent on fire. I lied about the bonus action. I'm not gonna hide.
Okay.
So I'm setting this tent on fire, and I'm going to throw my voice, or attempt to throw my voice back towards the north left side, and say, "They're attacking from the rear," so that they hear my voice on that side.
Got it. Roll deception. You feel pretty confident in what you just did. All right,
Okay.
what are the rest of you guys doing as they're moving back into the base and ignoring you guys for right now?
Yosara's gonna change to not look like one of them for now, I guess. I'm gonna...
Okay.
Oh, I'm at least gonna, like, change my face enough so that my friends recognize me and
Fair.
don't attack me. Hey, it's me!
I figured they don't. There's only one voice I recognize.
I sent him to the fires. I think Gat's back there with our canvas.
Right? Is she burning all of our canvas? What's happening?
You know, this could have gone so much better than it did. Like, what happened? Like,
I agree, and I don't want to hear it. This is not the time because I have words for you. And I point at Ildren. Words for you.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm not the one burning all the canvas. We should probably get back there.
no, you know what? Nope. I'm gonna, and Sana just starts to walk away from the situation, just like walking back towards the trees. Just
No!
Nope.
No
And
walking away.
Sana just like
No
starts-
noping out of this.
You just see a smiley face looking back at you.
God
Yeah,
damn
I
it.
can't move my piece, by the way.
For the first time ever, it looks sad because its master is leaving combat by choice.
Yeah, it looks just a little bit sad because it realized Sana is probably just
Yep.
done with the situation. It's a bit sad.
It
won't get
could
Eldrin
to
be-
and
smack-
Yasara, Sana is fucking off back into the woods. What are you guys doing?
It could be possible Gat can actually get out of here.
I'm staying as a person. Just I wanted to make my face look like Ildren knew it was me, so they didn't keep attacking me.
He's blind, so who knows?
All right, that's fair. Then like voice would have gotten him enough, I guess. No, I'm staying in the fight. I want to give Gat a chance to get the canvas out.
All
Sana-
right, with that,
Only thing she'll do is nudge her smiley face forward a little bit to like get right up next to Yosara. That's like all she actually ends up
Alright.
doing.
but is that to fight or to creep at Yosara?
Well,
Yeah,
it's to
you
creep out
are up.
Yosara and intimidate the rest of the troops.
Wait, how big is the orc? Is he the same? Like, is he still a medium creature?
Yeah, he's medium. He's just a very large orc.
I want to look like the orc.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I
There
mean,
we go.
he's 7 feet tall. You can make yourself what, a foot taller? So you would look like a shorter version of him.
A little bit.
Yeah,
People are running around in battle. No one's
yeah.
moving.
There's smoke in the air. It could work.
I want to look like the orc. I shout at children and son. I'm like, it's me. You can tell by the purple belt.
And Sana, having been about face, just looks back and says, "Yeah, what about the like 5+ people you were supposed to add to the crew?" And then proceeds to walk more into the woods. What was that?
That's why I'm going back into this fight to try to save people.
Okay. Gat, what are you up to?
All right, I can move.
Yep.
So I'm dressed like one of them. I have the tarp slung over my back with a rope, and I'm going to start acting like I'm running towards the fray. And I'm gonna use my 30-foot distance.
Okay.
What is that, like right to the end of the tent, maybe, or right around the corner? And then I'm going to cunning action dash. How far will that get me?
30 more feet.
Am I just guessing, like eyeballing it?
Yeah, you can just eyeball it right now.
Okay.
Alex,
I'm guessing that the next 30 would take me about like right here. And I'm also going to use my action. I can use my action to move too, right?
Yes.
Okay. How much further can I get with my action?
It's all 30.
Okay, cool. 30, 30, 30. So I'm almost to y'all. Hopefully y'all see me. No one else is gonna know.
Wait.
Yep.
And I'm like hollering like battle cry, like I'm coming in to help with
Go
the
ahead
fight.
and give me a deception roll as you're now in the middle of the camp. You're doing your best to look natural, which is total chaos right now. Okay. That's not. Yep. They don't seem to take any notice of you as there's so much commotion going on. But, Gat, as you do come around that corner and you're running to leave the camp, you do notice that everyone is pushing on this wall of force, unable to move past it, and they're confused. With that, Yosara, Sana, or Ildrin, are you guys doing anything?
What?
I mean, Sana's halfway into the woods. The way I see it, you're like probably halfway back to the ship by now. Fuck this, I'm out.
I'm not halfway back to the ship. I'm like in between these like stumps over here, just slowly meandering back because she thinks this is all just fucked up and it could have gone so much better than it did.
Okay. Yosara?
Do I see God, why do I keep saying that? Gat running from behind these archers?
You can see like 5 feet.
Oh no!
If I can see only 5 feet, then I shouldn't have been able to nod at that fire to begin with.
I mean, you can make out shapes, you're just like mostly blind right now.
Would he have recognized my battle cry?
Probably not. You're brand new to him, and you're dressed like one of them and doing your best to blend in.
Okay.
Well, if I can see 5 feet in front of me, then yeah, I'm following Sona. I can't do anything. I'm just gonna run back towards the tree line.
Towards the red blob that you see that's kind of marching in the distance.
Is that Sona? Yeah. You know what? It looks red. I'm just gonna.
Yosara, what are you up to?
Smiley face hovering over your shoulder.
That I can see.
Well, of course, the smiley face is what everybody can see because it's terrifying. I'm gonna try and shout. I want to shout loud enough that Gat can potentially hear me, so she knows to follow my voice. But I'm also trying to shout to attract random crew members. Oh God, wording is really important. Hang on.
Yeah, what are you going to say to make them leave their military base and join you in 6 seconds? I'm very curious.
It's got to be something about acquiring the airship and having the Fae as prisoners or something.
Are you casting a spell? Or are you just trying to convince them in the chaos to...
No, I'm taking advantage of the chaos. I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have suggested their captain into running into the literal like dead end corner of fire. And I'm just gonna yell that the Fae have the captain. We have to escape. And I'm gonna like try to like start like motioning people towards me, like out the one exit. But I'm gonna yell loud enough for Gat to hear me in my voice, so she knows I'm at the escape.
I feel
Gotcha.
like this is gonna end badly.
Okay.
And I can see them from where I am, right? I see through the
You
wall
can
of
see
force?
through Wall of Force, right?
Yeah, Wall of Force is invisible, so you probably wouldn't even know that it's there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That'll be great.
This is
All right, so with that,
I'm gonna run right into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
and I
going on?
don't know that you're on the other side, so I'm just gonna keep concentrating on it.
Yeah, the officer
But-
and his entourage move in and start fighting the fires on the tents you have set, Gat. And it's about this time that they find the 2 soldiers you slaughtered. That being said, the 4 archers on the side of the Wall of Force, they really can't do anything about it, except one of them starts to get smart and starts moving around to where he could potentially shoot through the wood. The only one who actually understands any of what's going on is the archer you mimicked into, who takes a few steps forward, seeing you, the person who's kind of the bane of his existence right now, as you've stabbed him and you mimicked him, is going to shoot you twice,
Are you
Yosara.
patronizing me?
Captain.
Say what?
I looked like a slightly smaller version of his captain.
Yeah, and you just mimicked into him. He knows you can do that. And he does minimum damage, 7 damage, as he fires 2 arrows. One of them nicks you. He was a little scared to shoot at his captain, even though he saw his captain just run by. And again, you mimicked into him.
You have been shape-shifting like right in front of all of them this entire time.
He knows what's going on. He knows enough. And again, these are people who hate the Fae and kind of know what they can do, at least a little bit. They're not completely oblivious to magic like they were in the last campaign. Alright, with that, Gat, you are up.
All right. So I'm not trying to meta anything. I had already intended on doing this as I got closer. Because of all of these guys, and this guy was blocking this spot. As I got closer, because I've seen him cast fly, I was gonna scream fly as I got closer to kind of go over either the fence if I had to go down the fence, or over these guys. So I take my 30, and if Ildren knows that I'm talking to him, this may go well or it may go bad.
I love this. No, this is great. Yep. Huh? So you keep running at this wall, and are you going to fly over the wall?
Did he cast it on me?
No. But I don't think you know that, as you don't seem to understand magic. As your character doesn't really understand magic.
Oh, he can't do it?
Yeah, it's touch. He has to touch you. But your character wouldn't know that.
Yeah, my character doesn't know that. I just saw that he made.
I think it's brilliant.
Fly,
I love this. Your character's like, just make me fly. Just make me fly.
Exactly. So in an attempt to try to fly, hoping that he's going to make me fly, I'm going to jump off the log and just try to leap over these guys. How tall is this? I don't know it's there, but how tall is the Wall of Force?
40 feet or something. It's unleapable.
Fuck. Okay, that's not going to be good.
So you splat like a bug, sag down. We'll call that your action or your movement and bonus action. I'm guessing you would still have your action if you wanted it.
The same as a wall of fire or whatever.
I thought Wall of Force was really high. Yeah. How high is Wall of Force, Ildren? Let me look it up.
Ildren might be frozen. Hold on.
Yeah, it's alright.
It is important to you, you goober.
Oh, it's only, radius with up to 10 feet. Wall of Force, 10 feet by 10 feet. Each panel must be 1/4 inch thick. Oh, it's only 10 feet.
Can you hear us now,
That was
Ildren?
much.
I can hear you now, yeah.
Good.
Oh, no, you're right. It's only 10 feet high, so yes, you could leap over it. Give me an acrobatics.
I don't know if it would be
You
realistic,
do a
but I
10
would have been trying to jump over these guys.
Yeah,
I don't
no
know how high I would have jumped.
I mean, you're a fucking ninja, and that stump's at least 3-4 feet high, so, it's very doable just by accident. Go ahead and roll acrobatics.
Okay.
I would say with a 12, you would still make it, but you do stumble and lose control of the carpet as it goes spilling out right in front of you. But yeah, you made it. Oops.
Okay.
I thought Wall of Force could go like 40 feet and was like 10 feet high or some shit. I thought
Yeah,
it was 40 by
it's
40.
10 foot high. I can make up to 10 panels. I was gonna
10
like
panels, that's right.
Yeah, 10.
And
10
Gat is
panels.
really confused right now because she doesn't understand what the hell she just tripped over. Like, she thought she was like clearing it, and then she's like.
With that, you guys are all on the other side. The archers are all running around like crazy. I'm going to say everyone take one final turn as you guys melt away. Yeah, what are you doing?
Do I use an action to stand up since I'm probably like facing
No,
the
it
dirt?
wouldn't be an action. It's half your movement for one piece of movement, so it costs you 15 feet.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to stand.
Pick up the carpet and go?
Yeah, because now that they're distracted with the fire, they're not gonna. I feel like they're gonna prioritize. Like, that was my plan. Was like they're gonna prioritize not letting the camp burn down, so it'll give us
Gotcha.
time to go patch this shit up.
And that's, from your perspective, that's exactly what they did. No magic required. It just makes sense. With that, Sana, are you continuing back to the ship?
I'm gonna flick my fingers behind me, and the smiley face is gonna move to be like in the center of the gate and just standing there, just like.
Yeah. There's an ethereal, magical, Glasgow smiling smiley face, just with unblinking, uncaring, unfeeling eyes as you run out of the gate. No explanation of it.
And it's just blocking like the entrance. There's movement on either
Yeah.
side of it, but it's kind of blocking the entrance. And I'm already just like stomping away, and I see Ildren behind me. I'm honestly probably gonna grab him slightly by like the cloak and just start kind of tugging him behind me, and so like he's starts marching, tripping behind me as I'm starting to march away.
Ildren drugged by Sana. Yosaro, what are you doing on your way out?
I know that this archer behind me is the main one that has seen that I can shapeshift, and I want to stop him. I'm going to turn around as the captain, smile at him, and an Eldritch Blast him to try to kill him.
Okay, go ahead and roll Eldritch Blast.
This could be great.
Oh,
So and roll damage.
Bye-bye, little archer.
Yeah, with that, you blast his face off his face, which splatters against the wall of force, and it kind of mirrors the Glasgow little smiley face that is hovering in air. So good luck sleeping tonight, Yosara.
By the way, the Glasgow smiley face is going to actually kind of turn to Yosara and just wink as it turns back to face the other smiling face.
Nobody can see it winking but you.
Mm-hmm. Again, by the way, that's the second time it's winked at Yosara.
Nobody would believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Yosara, as she runs off to take a pee, she manages to escape, having killed that last guard. So with that, your stealth mission left 3 people dead, literally 60% of the camp on fire, the commander nearly murdered. One guy would have been traumatized had you not killed him for seeing himself. And several of the archers learned a little bit more about magic as you were magicking right in front of them.
If
Some
they didn't
stealth
already
mission.
hate the play enough.
I mean, you're kind of solidifying that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. As you guys retreat back to the ship, are you going anywhere else, doing anything else? We're going to go ahead and set that up for next week.
I feel like we need to get back to that ship and like patch it up ASAP and get the hell out of here.
Well,
But even still in character, are you guys doing anything, going anywhere?
I'm going to turn, look at Gat, and open my hand to say, gimme, gimme. Like telling her to give me the canvas. I'm going to point at her and Yosara and say, don't fuck it up. Go find people to actually crew the ship. And then I'm going to drag Ildren with me back to the ship. And that's what I was
I take the tarp and I just toss it toward her and break.
Okay.
So, Yosara, I've stopped at
Where
halfway
would you
from
guys
the
be
ship.
going to find people as you have made some great friends with the Atropia Umbria forces in the camp?
Yeah, we still need 5 manpower.
yeah.
Good luck.
Well, the Atropian Umbrian friends have not a lot of hope and less people, so maybe. But
But it's now Yosara's and Gat's problem because Sana's dragging Ildren back to the ship. with
Yeah,
the tarp
I
on her
can't
head.
see shit, and Sona's through with this shit. So good luck,
By the
guys.
way, in a moment of desperation, because Ildren probably just keeps stumbling, Sana's probably actually going to pick him up and fire him and carry him along with the tarp on one arm and Ildren on the other.
Yes.
It's just like, yeah, we're going back.
Okay, I'm going to say you
The
guys
bodyguard.
drop off the canvas and then meet back up very quickly afterwards because this is where our session is going to be next week. So the question is, are you guys going to one of the other factions or just trying to pack up and go?
Well, are there
We
other
should go to
factions
another-
in the area that we can actually get to in a good enough time?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know where they are. The only ones we saw were the red tents.
True. But you did have clues about where they were in a relative sense.
We should at least try to look for another faction because there's no getting out of here. And,
Would Gat, having been more familiar with the area, would I have a better idea of which direction?
No, you guys didn't get any information, nor did you ask the crew about who they thought was where. So,
Okay.
Well,
based
we know
off of
it's
that, you
not-
could try to make a guess off one of the other clues provided, which there was.
Well, we know it's
or
in the
you could
lower
just wing it.
left-hand corner because we were in the lower left-hand corner.
Correct.
And the red tents were in the upper left-hand corner, so we should either go right, left, right, upper, or right, lower corners of the map to see what else we can find. So pick up or down, right side. Let's see what we can do of the ship.
Which
Right
one are you guys
upper
gonna
would be
go with?
less time consuming.
Let's do it. Right
Okay.
upper.
Going to the upper right. Okay. As you guys head to the upper right, after dropping off the canvas and moving as a group, because I don't want this session to revolve around just two people, you guys are walking for not actually very long, and you hear some creaking kind of behind you, and then beside you, and then all around you. And then 3 elven archers expose themselves from the wood, bows at the ready but not drawn, and a voice not so much familiar to you. Well, actually, no, this wouldn't be familiar to you guys. But a voice cuts through and goes, "Interesting. You've returned, haven't you? Sana, Yosara? You're not Kale, and you're not Dimkin. Been gone a long time, have you?"
In what we like, because we met the original Elven woman, and I'm very sorry because player character Yosara is much worse at memory than anyone. Just whatever the original like greeting we would have learned while we were staying with them briefly, I would say, hello. You're right, we have returned. And just kind of smile at them.
And Sana would say the same. Not probably having recognized him, but immediately asking, "Were you there the day of the Crossroads battle?"
Indeed I was. I saw you fight. You are very good. Come. We have much to discuss, and don't worry. My creatures will not harm you.
Oh,
And
boy.
as you guys walk a little bit forward, you see the one you cut in half and the other one from the other night of the stone creatures with the long hair as you're flanked by 3 elves and now 2 large creatures. Now we can go ahead and solve this now. Would you guys have taken another short rest at the ship, or would you have just dropped the ship and gone? Nope,
Dropped
no
the
short
ship and
rest.
Sana
Okay.
is gonna cough when she sees the one that was cuffed in half and just kind of turn and look at Yusara with a bug-eyed look of like, "Oh crap, this was their thing and I just killed it earlier."
And the creature shows no signs of injury or mortality as you move into the elven camp where we will take off next week with somebody who recognized you from the Battle of the Crossroads and possibly other stuff from the earlier campaign.
Way back when, long time ago.
Which, I mean, in terms of how much you guys remember, I'm actually very impressed. And
Doing our best.
I mean,
the fun
really-
part is, I wrote like probably way more than I should have of just like history of the campaign and sent it over to Smash. But I wrote it with from the Atropian perspective. So all the things and names you guys were naming, I was like, oh, it'd be great if I don't know if you read it, but I was just like, it was fun
I
writing
did
it
read-
because
I did read it, but I didn't retain all of it, so it was like, oh god.
There was a lot there, but I figured like if they started naming names, like a lot of those names and a lot of the events that you guys talked about, even remembering Battle of the Crossroads, when I was telling time, it was like Battle of Crossroads plus X number of years or whatever. So you guys dropped that. I was like, yeah, good for you guys.
We remember the story and the struggle.
Through the like weird cheat sheet before a history exam. Like we're just giving you the highlights real quick.
Yeah,
But that's kind of what it really is, just like
because we kind of
highlights.
fed off each other on what was happening.
Oh, that was great.
Because we were like, wait, yeah, that happened, and then that happened, and then that happened.
Because that's how memory works. Also, it's like, didn't we do that one? No, you're right. It was like the year before.
Didn't we get those cool crowns and you wore the ring? Didn't we have a party with the people that we made the council? Like, yeah, on and on and on. It was great. All right, well, stream, thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all being here with us. We're going to head out. You guys have a good night. Catch us next Wednesday. Starting time will be between 8:30 Eastern. Thanks so much. Everybody say bye. You can actually say bye.
Well, I did.
See you guys. So next session, I really hope everyone is there.